Well, just know that if I do end up dying, at least I'll have a bit more muscle with this one.
Okay, alright, so we'll have 2 muscles. Good.
Oh yeah.
And if I end up dying, I'll become the rogue.
Oh, sweet
Yeah,
Jesus.
maybe you
I'll
could better rogue than I can.
I'll just bring
In
in my
all
skill
fairness,
whore
the only
rogue.
reason you haven't been a better rogue is because you got ambushed, and Light unfortunately screws you over.
Yeah,
Other
yeah,
than that, you would have done amazing, but beyond that, you've
yeah,
just been screwed over as a rogue.
yeah.
Oh,
But, in either case, as each of you, in that moment of realization, with an unconscious Bartholomew behind Delana and Ashana, witness as the half-burnt, charred corpse rises up from the grounds and looks at each of you. It doesn't move, it doesn't react. It's just looking.
okay, okay.
Alrighty then. So, um,
My character sheet.
where is this thing now?
It is the only standing bandit. Or what used to be a bandit, because could you even call this a bandit anymore?
No, 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 no.
And no questions asked. Hey, you know you're on their side again, right, Delana? You know you're on the good side again, right?
Yes. You actually confused me when you said their side again. I'm like, oh wait, shit, no, wait, what? Is she back?
You run up to this creature, no questions asked, no hesitation, as you go for a swing, and there's almost this moment of hesitation since the thing is not attacking you, that unfortunately you go a bit wide on your swing and miss it. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
So
No,
click,
no conversation, only death. Let's
so
do this.
click your character, then
Damn
roll
it,
initiative.
son of a bitch.
Oh,
Yeah, don't forget to click on yourself and then roll
Yeah,
initiative, and it should.
yeah,
Oh, it's okay.
forgot.
It's okay. It'll get time. It'll get time to get used to. Go ahead and click on your number and type in your thing.
oh god.
So Bartholomew.
Wash my hands. It's fucking hot here, man.
Sibo. And the totally not a bandit anymore. So Cordal, you are the very first person to react as soon as Delana takes her swing and for some reason cuts short. And now this thing's attention is directed right towards it. What do you do?
I'm gonna shoot it with my bow.
Go ahead and roll attack. 14 just hits.
Ooh,
Go ahead and roll damage with sneak attack. I believe it does it. Yes.
yes,
One sneak
9
attack.
damage.
Nice, nice.
The arrow sinks right into the shoulder. You do see it react pretty violently to the strike, but it's still standing. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Sibo, fuck me. What do you have up? Do you even have any spells at this point? No, he does not. Okay.
He's got firebolt. I know
Yeah,
that.
he's got fireballs and lightning lore. That's basically it. You know what?
Running on
Yeah.
fumes. Low level casters, man.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's lightning lure and try to pull the bandit in between Delana and Sibo. So DC 15, that'd be a decent chunk of damage. fails. He gets yanked right in between Delana and Sibo.
Nice. Now they're flanking.
Now they're flanking.
Ooh.
Ashana.
Okay, we can't see the HP on that dude. Looks like.
Oh, you can't? Oh, my bad. Oh, it should.
Unless
Try
I'm
this instead.
not seeing SIBO or something. There we
There.
are. There we are. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 for them. 5, 10, 15. Okay, so I am going to do. My Channel Divinity. Wait. Yes, Preserve Life.
Oh, okay, okay. I was
Yep.
gonna say, it's like, were you trying to turn on dead or?
No, Preserve Life. So I can heal 10, total of 10 hit points to people. So I am going to do.
And they cap out at half their hit points.
Half their hit points. So I'm going to do 4 to Bartholomew. I'm going to do.
4.
Let's make it 3. Actually. 3 to Bartholomew.
Right,
3 to
more.
Cordal.
3 to Cordal.
And then I'm going to do 2 to Sibo and 2 to Delana.
Alright. Alright, so that's your action.
That. I'm going to get behind this log.
Okay. Bartholomew's awake now. Do you have any spell slots? You do have spell slots. You were skipping out. Two boy, okay. Well, first off, he has to get up from being prone. Because you guys were trying it out. Da-da-da-da.
At least we didn't tie him up.
Fuck it, he's just gonna cast Cure Wounds on himself. That seems like something a Bartholomew would do. 11. Full health.
That or try to bitch slap
And he's
Ashana.
gonna get behind Ashana.
That's par for the course, actually. Yeah.
This strange, undead bandit creature. Yeah, it's just gonna take a slam attack against Zebo, because the only one who hit it. That's not happening. Delana. Oh, wait, Delana, you didn't put your initiative in. Hang on, was that a mess up? Where is it? 18.
I hit the button. Was there something else I needed to do? I just hit the initiative button on my character sheet.
You had to click on yourself.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's good. It's all good. Cordal. It's Cordal, not Delana.
I'm gonna take another shot at it with my short bow.
Go for it. This hits again. God. Just barely.
Oh,
Both
another
times.
1 sneak attack.
Crikey, he's angry.
Whoops.
As you strike it this time, you watch as his body partially convulses, and there's a brief moment where Ashana and Delana, there's kind of a point of recognition where you realize that's not a good sign. I need Delana and Sibo to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh.
Oof. Oh, Sibo's fine. As you watch as this thing plummets to the ground dying, there's almost this infectious spore air that comes out of its body, this black hazy mess, of which Sibo immediately kind of covers his mouth. On Delana, there's a brief moment of hesitation, and you inhale some of it for an instant before you kind of start wiping it away. And you watch it spread for about 10 feet before it just starts to simply dissipate into the air itself.
That's not good.
What was that?
Do I have any idea of what that might have been?
Make a medicine check for me.
Fucking Christ, dude.
You're not good at what you're good at, apparently.
I fucking guessed! I got expertise with that shit.
The best thing
Either
you
that or you're still just a bit miffed.
Yeah. The best you can guess is that looked comparable to spores you would see in the wild, aka airborne contagions. But beyond that, fuck if you know.
That, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Wait, where'd Delana go?
I don't know. I think he just dragged herself out.
Just out of camp, other people were talking.
Oh.
Just in case this black shit is gnarly or does that to me, I'm gonna be over here.
Yeah. Shauna's gonna keep watch. Just
Bartholomew and Sibo are just poking at the body, like confused as fuck.
turn back. Will you leave the bodies alone? You already did enough damage.
Alright, look, it wasn't my fault, and it was not desecrating a body. He tried to kill us when he was alive. It is not desecration. It is experimentation.
That's just.
Yeah, see, Cordell knows what's up. I mean, we need to know what this thing was beforehand.
Bartholomew, I swear to all that is holy, I will put you down again. And I'll walk away.
Okay, is the tent that the tiefling just bamped in, is it still burning?
No, it's at this point it's just cindering ashes.
Okay, I am going to walk over into, just walk into it, and I want to see if I can see anything that would give me some idea where she went.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Alright.
After a good chunk of time investigating the rubble and the remains, you're kind of trying to find in between all the debris and everything that's broken apart and turned to smithereens. There comes a moment where you kind of notice that there is a faintest indent in the dirt that lead towards that direction.
I poke it with my sword to see if it'll cave in or something.
It does not. It actually just looks like, as you kind of poke and you feel like you kind of trail it along, you notice that it starts to get light-footed and becomes harder and harder to track, but it definitely looks like she just exited out of the back of the tent somehow. Just outside of your view. And you guys unfortunately focused on the tent instead of trying to chase.
Okay, well then I walk out the tent and walk over to Bartholomew and Sibo and relay the news.
Well, how are we supposed to know that, she could get out through the back? I mean, I didn't think tents had back doors or anything.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I legit thought she would have just went underground or something.
So, is there anything you guys would like to do in the remainder of the time here? As even during all that time, I would say that probably took you about 5 to 10 minutes or so of investigating. Delana has not changed. You've not felt anything different.
Okay.
That makes me actually, as a player, more worried than not.
Right. Can I like check her and make sure like there's no markings or like lesions or anything like that on her?
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Can I roll above a 4?
Yeah.
No.
You did roll above a 4.
Oh, sorry. A 5. Woo.
No, I mean, a very quick cursory glance, like trying to look through what you can beneath her armor from where you can spot it. Doesn't seem like she's any different.
Oh no. I will fucking strip her. Absolutely
that won't
naked.
take much longer, but even so,
That is
even
fine.
after, maybe getting a little
Can we
too
not
intimate.
do this out in the open?
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe getting a little intimate between cousins.
Doesn't
In
matter.
public.
Does not matter. It's
Yeah,
nighttime.
no,
They can't
she
see.
Seems perfectly fine and healthy. Like nothing off.
Okay. I'll help her get her armor back on.
Bartholomew's kind of giving a little bit of a side eye.
Can he see this far?
Barely, if at all. That's like just outside of range, I think.
No, that's way.
Yes, it is just outside
Yeah,
of range.
just outside of range, so he can't see shit.
So he's like, he can see it happening, but he can't tell anything.
Good.
It's like the silhouette of like you can see them undressing, but it's like, God damn it, I can't get any real detail. Fuck.
Perfect. That makes it even better. Oh. Yeah. No. She is a doctor first.
Yeah. After about I think it's 5 minutes to take off, right?
I think
believe
it's with assistance. It's 5.
Yeah.
Or
Oh.
5 minutes to take off, 2 minutes with assistant, and then 10 minutes to put on. 5 minutes.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so about 10 minutes after, so including investigation and medical checkup.
Yeah.
A 5 medical checkup.
It was a 13. God damn it.
You would be donned in your armor once more. Perhaps that little unshakable itch in the back of your mind that kind of tells you it's like, because I'm okay, that can't be the best of things. Anything you guys would like to do?
Make sure that tent I set on fire has burned completely.
It is still currently burning. There is a lot of good wood in there that is going to waste now.
Good. I'm going to make sure that thing burns to the ground, and
It would take about another half hour to an hour or so for that to completely die out of flames and to at least overlook it to make sure that nothing in there survived.
as we wait, then, so, what is our next course of action? Do we give chase? Do we rest? A lot of us.
I think a good rest would be in order.
I
If only
mean-
just for a little bit.
Also,
Do we
the
know
job
for
was
certain
to...
that she fled on foot and not by magical means?
It seems that way. It seems she escaped through the back of the tent. Wow.
I mean, also, our job here was to, to clear the camp. It wasn't to, chase people down and make sure they're dead. It's just to make sure they don't come back.
If a bandit is alive, the job is not done.
Especially a magic casting bandit. That's even worse.
We left the leader alive, which can only mean that eventually they will repopulate. This is unacceptable.
I'm just saying, if we wanted to go
We
get
can
our
chase.
payday, I'm gonna say we want to get our payday first. We could do that.
No, we don't get paid until it's done. We give chase. We
All
don't.
right, all
we
right.
shouldn't allow her time to get her spells back.
I mean, it'd be nice if we had time to get our spell back. So I don't know about you guys, but
She
I'm
won't
pretty...
have help next time. She won't have fodder to throw at us. Should get her now.
Well, then let's give chase.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
Are you guys just going right now?
Yeah.
Taking a short
Yes.
rest or just going for it?
Yes, we're
Nope,
just going
just
for
going
it.
for
Just
it.
going for it.
Okay.
Gonna try to follow what tracks there might be.
Whoever is planning on leading this track or this
I think I will.
I can't think of the word, but whoever's gonna lead it, go ahead and make a survival check for me, please.
Delana, you want to assist me in this? Sam-
Sure.
You just give me advantage.
Okay.
Or shit, maybe you'll roll better than I fucking will. Okay.
Where's that for the
Our
medicine
powers
check?
combined.
Oh
You
shit.
know, the characters wanted to roll well because the characters knew that this
This
person
matters.
needs to go down.
Difference is, you got a +0, I got a +4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. For a second to set that up. I didn't expect you guys to chase that instantly.
Should not leave an enemy at your back.
Or your friend, or really just anywhere around you. Just it's bad for your health.
It really is.
Yeah.
You can just end up, just walking and you just get a knife in your liver. It's just a bad day for everybody.
That's if they're being gentle.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them things.
Oh, and I guess while we're making our way, Bartholomew, I have
Yeah.
a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Back when we were receiving payment for the first thing of bandits that we encountered, you seemed kind of hesitant to give me that 50 gold. Do you not have any money?
No, what are you talking about? No, I got money. It's just I don't usually expect for to get paid in lump sum with people that we save. Is all. I didn't expect him to hand us all the money at the same time. I thought you were gonna get your own separate pouch. I give you that respect of another pouch.
Well, for me respecting for you for graciously handing it over and saving me, I would like to give you some of it.
I want to check
Okay.
that out.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give, if I can pull up my currency, I'm going to give Bartholomew 15 gold pieces, and I'm going to give him a handful of ball bearings, and I'm going to tell him I'm giving him 35 gold.
Oh, so you're gonna put into a pouch and just be ball bearings?
Yes.
Make a sleight of hand check first
All right.
for the ball bearings in the bag.
Ooh, that's the wrong thing.
Oh, I love it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Woo, buddy.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
All right.
Bartholomew, what's your insight? Make an insight check.
Ooh. Oh, he nat 20.
Oh, it's a natural.
So
Oh,
when you
oh.
when you fill the pouch with ball bearings, he doesn't notice, and he seems more than eager when you hand him over the pouch. But the moment that you hand it over and he has it in his hands, there's just a moment of trembling in your eyes that he kind of catches on to, kind of goes, I will accept this gracious gift of yours, even though it was a pretty good con. And he gives you a wink.
Oh, I can't win them all.
The 35 ball bearings.
Yo,
Well,
God, that's funny. I like that.
that would have been amazing.
Now, what you should have done out of game is try to word it so that you're telling him that you're giving him 35 and gold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would've been something.
This way, you don't have to roll deception because you're technically not lying. You were just vague on details.
Oh, shit. That's funny. That's funny.
So, tailing this trail for
Damn it.
a couple of hours, actually. About 4-ish hours. At this point, the sun has risen very well. And you start to get to a point in the north where there actually shows signs of a bit of life. Not exactly healthy life by any means, but at least life in general. Just as equally as the cold also starts to get a bit more brutal. Not terrible, but at least still a bit struggling. Before you would start to come up towards a small cliffside edge, of which you would see just a minor trail of smoke coming from one of those cliff sides.
One deal smoke?
Singular. Yep.
Um,
Weapons drawn.
let's try to be quiet about this, guys.
Alright.
And I'm gonna try to stealth up.
Okay.
I will do the same as well.
All right. So Bartholomew, let's see what you got for stealth.
Oh my god. No.
Not one from the
just
rogue.
uncomfortably, but
Oh my!
Oh my god. Double nat one.
Hey, Sibo, what you got? Oh, cool. Disadvantage on stealth as well.
We're all disadvantaged on stealth, damn near.
I refuse to believe that SIBO did better than me. I absolutely.
He technically did just as good as you, but that's also your absolute worst.
Oh my god. Like, this group is the rogue's worst nightmare. Everyone is disadvantaged on stealth. Then the rogue, nat ones.
The rogue is the rogue's own worst nightmare. He got a 1.
Jesus. That's so horrible.
So,
I see a bird and trip, I guess.
it's more like you're not used to traveling or sneaking about when there's such decent foliage around. You're just like you're not used to the crunch of plants and life.
Oof. So used to the city streets.
City streets and the
Yeah.
the rough terrain of the world.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So, yep,
So,
we're gonna make our way up.
as you guys are making your way up towards whatever this cliff edge is, you maneuver yourselves around, not at all being quiet by any means, as you would come up from about the eastern side of things, at least in the direction of this map, since I can get it. Boop. There you go. Let's just... There you go. Be the map that you guys can see a
Ooh,
generic
nice map.
idea of.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And just from first glance, let's see, what enemies would you see right off the bat? See one keeping sight up there.
Okay.
Keeping watch. You would even see one little guy. That big.
Little?
I knew the joke was coming.
Big ass fucking icon. Okay.
Watching over there. At the very least, for the time being, that is the most that you can see coming up being as loud as you guys are, and I would say that
Okay. We're not getting.
Shauna and Bartholomew are more than capable of kind of being like, we're being pretty loud here. Let's
Yeah.
not get too close, especially when they've got 2 guards up there.
Yeah, like we would get within eyesight,
Yeah.
but like
And
we're talking
and
like
given that it
200
is a
feet
pretty-
away.
crystal clear day, you've got a good line of sight at a distance.
Yeah. Okay. So this is not good. All of us are pretty hurt. We're pretty tapped on our resources. I have little to no way of healing anyone. As we are.
I've got one spell up my sleeve. Yeah, I'm pretty tapped too. I don't really got anything besides cantrips now.
Yes, and if
And I'm pretty spent on the spells I don't have.
the best we can do, I mean, this point in time, I think we need to find a place to rest. I mean,
I agree. This is a different situation now.
yes,
It's not just one tired enemy.
yeah.
So
On our way up to this place, were there any like caves that we ran by, possibly?
Go ahead and just make a perception check for me. And if anybody else wants to do that, as well,
Fucking
you can.
god damn it! I cannot roll today.
perception.
Yeah.
God, I hate my life. I cannot roll above a 5 today. I swear to Christ.
You can't roll above 5 on places that matter. Okay.
You mean like that 5 that I rolled? Like that kind of 5?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But at the very least, traveling up here, you guys were very much more focused on following the track, and while you're following that track, you did not find any place of rest, or at least any naturally made place of rest that you could immediately catch your eye to.
We should probably backtrack then and see if we can find somewhere that we can.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Yeah. Nice. We're gonna start heading our way away from this area.
Okay.
We're gonna try to
You
find
guys-
a cave or a rocky outcropping that might have like a higher elevation that's out of line of sight, something that we can maybe even climb up to.
Go ahead and make a nature check.
Nature check.
Trying to ascertain where one of these natural terrains would occur.
Come on, don't fail me now.
Not bad.
It's 11.
Not bad in comparison.
Net 11.
It would take some time, mixed in with that backtracking. It would start being pushed farther towards the afternoon, when you would be able to find a couple of hours off, and towards a bit of a distance up top towards one of the cliff faces, where you would see a possibly naturally degraded cavern of some kind. And it would be a struggle for everyone to climb up there, but it wouldn't be terribly hard or deadly by any means. There's plenty of footholds in that locality specifically. And climbing up there, you would see that it either this was a failed attempt at trying to mine inward that they just gave up very early, or it was just something a creature naturally created and abandoned within a day or two.
Okay. Yeah. Let's try to get everyone up into this and
Okay.
set up
Yes.
watches.
And it's very easy, like I said, plenty of footholds. No one really needs to make a check. It's not dangerous by any means yet.
Yeah.
No checks. That's what I wanted to hear.
Right. Climbing check. No, please, for the love of God, no.
I'll be a little merciful.
That is strength based. That is not my.
But
Oh.
you guys want to attempt taking a long rest?
Yeah. First, I want to check this place and make sure that there isn't any creatures in here. Like, how
Wouldn't
deep
take-
is this?
It's about 15 feet deep. It
Okay.
really does not go that far. Like I said,
Okay.
either it was somebody tried and gave up very quickly, or an animal just came in here, carved it out for one night, and then just ducked out.
Okay, so nothing to really worry about then. Okay, good. Um, should we set up 2-hour shifts for everyone?
Yeah. That sounds great.
Okay.
Okay. I'll take first watch.
Shauna, first watch.
I'll take second.
And I'll
Delana
take
for
third.
second, Gordon
No.
for third.
Okay.
Sibo will volunteer for fourth watch.
Okay. Okay.
So, first watch, uneventful. Nothing occurs. Second watch for Delana. Uneventful. Nothing occurs. Third watch. Cordell, go and make a perception check for me.
I knew it was gonna happen. Okay, wait, hold on. What's the light look outside right now? Like,
Oh, it's bright day.
it's bright.
It is bright in the day.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are sleeping during the day.
Yep.
Well, it doesn't help that Drow have disadvantage on
Yep.
perception checks
Yep.
in the daylight.
You guys are literally waking up at the beginning of nighttime.
But we are doing a lot of our mission stuff at night, which is good for you.
Yeah, which actually is
Yeah.
very helpful. That is
Oh,
fair. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Which fucks everyone else up, but you know, hey.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, uneventful.
Okay.
And
Okay.
fourth and final watch with Sibo. Gotta make a perception check for you. Okay. There would come a moment near the tail end of Sibo's watch, which still would be enough for you guys to get a long rest. So if you want to go ahead and click that in to recover anything that you spent.
It's at the top. That's right. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, thank God.
As Sibo's long rest, or part of the watch, would start coming to an end, he would kind of go and wake up Ashana and Cordal. Kind of look at you guys, goes, someone walking down the road. I don't think they look that nice.
Kind of creep up and
So, question.
Mhm.
What are the rules in 5th edition around sleeping in armor? Is that part of being
No.
proficient, or is that a separate thing that has to be?
Not really mattering. Doesn't really count or anything. It's kind of a situation of you choose whether or not you do it.
yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of up to DM discretion on whether or not they give points of exhaustion or not.
Unless, like, for whatever reason, say, like, if you're in a volcano and that's super uncomfortable, then I might put a penalty to it. But otherwise, it's like, I mean, you're just gonna have a crick in your neck, but you'll be fine.
Okay.
So unless I say otherwise, it really wouldn't matter.
Okay. Just checking.
Yep. But as Zebo finishes waking up the rest of you after a bit of a cut short long rest, but at least enough to accomplish it, he would kind of lead you all towards the edge of the building. He would point out two what looks like not exactly bandits, but it seems like they are not well-off people who have seen some shit. And they seem to be pulling a carriage of some kind with a bunch of crates in the back and a small wooden cage that seems to have some sort of little animal inside of it.
The wooden crates, are there any symbols on them?
Not that you can see from this distance.
And what type of animals in the back?
make a perception check.
That's great.
Because this is starting to get towards the tail end of sunset into the darkness, so it's starting to get really hard to see. And unfortunately, there just isn't enough lighting, and the distance just makes it near impossible to see. The best that you can ascertain, Delano, from that range is it seems like some sort of bird-like creature. As to what exactly it is, you're not too sure, but immediate thought is that's probably an alarm bird of some kind.
I want it to be a kenku. I fucking love kenkus so much.
They're adorable. I love them.
Oh, God damn it. Okay. We're just gonna wait and let them pass, I guess.
Okay.
Like, are they heading towards where the bandit camp was, or away from?
Away from.
Okay. Then, yeah. I'm just gonna sit there.
Okay. Sibo's not making a move. Bartholomew's not making a move. As you guys just slowly watch as this small little duo caravan make their way across. And with that, the passing of what little time is left as the sun begins to crest off into the distance, the light begins to fade. What are you guys planning on doing?
Creep on out and
Well-
make our way back.
I'm gonna stealth my way up there.
See if we can't get down off this cliff without killing ourselves first.
Okay. And
It
then,
is still very easy. There is still light enough for you guys to do so. Maybe a couple scrapes here and there, but nothing at all too difficult.
okay, good.
So if you guys want to try stealthing your way back towards the camp, are we gambling this?
Yes,
I mean, yeah.
I am.
All right.
Good.
Here we go.
Good.
There
Much
we
better.
go. All right.
If nothing
Oh,
else,
dear.
the cousins are very consistent with each other.
Yes.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
there's that.
There's the nat one.
Yep.
But we do got
Always gotta
Cordell
be
with a
one.
21. Maybe they balance out.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh God.
there would come a realization moment, at least for Cordell. Kind of, you're getting ahead of the party here and there. You're starting to get used to the footholds of the partially living ground. And as you're kind of like scoping out ahead, you just hear the crunch and the clank of your teammates behind you. And for a moment, you're just like, shit, they're trying to ambush us. She's like, "Ah, it's just my fucking friends." But at the very least, as the sun begins to go down, the light fades, and darkness starts to take its place. As light no longer becomes to be an issue for you, Cordell. And you guys begin to approach the outside of this camp, where you still continue to see. Well, actually, you wouldn't be able to see that. Would you be able to see that far at that point? You would not.
How many torches they got up?
Doesn't seem like they have any. The
Oh.
only thing that you'd be able to see is that there is some light, and the trail of smoke you saw earlier in the day is now far stronger, meaning that they probably have just a campfire going on in the center.
Are there any gaps in the wall that surrounds the camp that you could possibly see through?
Make a brief investigation check.
Okay.
19. As you're kind of looking about, trying to find the little places here and there you could possibly find a weakness, there does come a singular moment where the wood is kind of partially degraded enough that you might be able to pull off some pieces without making that much sound. Right there between the crates and barrels, where it seems like they've kind of neglected for a bit too long.
Can I look through it to see if I see any more guards?
Let's go ahead. I'll reveal these guys to you. You'll be able to see from that point of view. Your view is 120, correct?
Of dark vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to see clear across the camp. Just double checking.
All right.
Whoops, that revealed on the wrong layer. That's fine. Be able to see these three. One of them just standing by the tent, seems like he has a bottle in his hand, while the other two are just eating at this campfire. And looking through, you would also be able to see, kind of just in the upper right-hand corner, you'll be able to see what looks like a small humanoid draconic body just running around. It's like a little kobold. Seeming to be taking care of some things.
Okay. And I relay this to everybody. And you said that the gap in the wall is kind of rotted away, like it hasn't been taken care of.
Seems like they've just neglected this part of the wall, and they haven't replaced the wood in a quick enough time.
All right. Well, I turn over to the party and I ask, should we try and kind of break this apart as much as we can so we can try and fit through here?
I don't think we could do that without making noise.
I mean, it's kind of rotted, like it hasn't been taken care of. We could probably do it without making too much noise.
It's very iffy.
But
I don't like it.
yeah,
I don't like it.
we'd be better off storming in the front door.
Are you sure? So you want to try and make this as stealthily as possible? And I look over at Bartholomew and Sibo.
I'm not one for, going in quiet or anything, and if they have that many people in there, we might want to keep that element of surprise, catch them off guard. Or we probably can find a way to, like, intimidate them or chase them out without really doing anything.
Yeah, I don't think that...
I like the idea of having someone shoot the arrow and then, like, lead them out to an ambush or something.
But we also don't know what the inside of this looks like. They might be able to just hide behind the walls and fire at us from a distance. So,
and so yeah, from what I can see 3 would look like from here humanoid bandits and a small draconic figure back there. Wait, would I know what a kobold is?
Yes, very easy.
Oh, okay, and I see a small kobold over at the very far end of the camp.
okay.
And that's not accounting for the people that we don't see. There could be more.
Let's try going in quiet. See if we can get through this wood here. But everyone be ready to fire off a shot at whoever might come investigating.
Okay.
So you guys are just trying to break apart this wood as quietly as possible?
Yeah.
Whoever is mainly doing it, go ahead and just make a sleight of hand check for me.
Alright.
Can I assist him and give him advantage?
Yes, you can.
Alright, so I will assist. Do with advantage.
Do I roll again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
19,
Some
It-
good freaking rolls, dude.
He's got plus
Yeah.
7 to sleight of hand,
I was
though.
gonna say he's got
Yeah.
+7, so.
So that's only
So
a 12.
technically, Actually, those are mediocre rolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're actually mediocre rolls.
He is still consistently rolling above a 10,
He is.
which is still pretty freaking good.
Better than fucking me right
Well,
now.
Except for
Right?
that nat one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything I've rolled today.
As it takes a little bit of time, probably about half an hour or so, as each and every time you kind of start pulling away at the wood, kind of taking one of Bartholomew's daggers and kind of just like getting a little chip in here and there, stopping whenever you hear this little bit faintest noise. Eventually you do manage to kind of rip and kind of gather enough of the wood around the sides where you'd be able to crawl your way through.
Okay.
It'd be a rather tight fit for Talana with the heft that she's carrying, but it should suffice.
Okay. Let's, actually, Cordal.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can now kind of see that there's these two tents here in front of us, right? How about you go check out those tents? Make sure there's no one inside of them before we all
Okay.
start piling through.
Alright. I'm going to move to this tent right here. And I want to take my dagger and I want to kind of silently kind of cut the canvas of the tent to see if I can see in there.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
'Cause cutting fabric is not the most quietest thing in the world.
Yeah.
No.
For the love of-
Yeah. History continues. Using your hand as a bit of a buffer, trying to like make sure you get it as straight of a cut and as quiet as possible. So you kind of like cut inside. You kind of just part it open ever so slightly to look inside, and you just see a bedroll with what looks like to be a couple parchment papers, an inkwell, and a pen, and what looks like to be a small sack of personal belongings. You would be able to see at that point, just looking from the inside to the left, you would be able to notice that there's somebody standing outside that tent. And it seems like their attention just caught right on the fire, so they are not focused on you at all right now.
And let's see. And I would like to do the same thing for the tent behind me.
Okay, so getting right behind the crates, and I would say since you already did it once, you'll be able to do it again.
Okay.
Cutting into it, and this one you would actually see a room full of stacked pieces of parchment paper that all seem to be labeled in some way, shape, or form. You actually would be able to read. I was going to say you can't, but you actually can. These are all written in Thieves' Camp. Just from a partial glance, you're kind of trying to see what they say, and you can't really get a good read, but only because you know they're written in Thieves' Camp. So it's like I need to focus on reading this if I want to figure out what any of this says.
Okay. Well, yeah. Then I angle myself and focus on reading it.
Go make a perception check for me.
Okay. And it is dark outside, so
Yes.
Written in Thieves' Camp?
Thieves'
Yeah.
Camp.
yeah,
Yep.
thieves can't. It says
Rogue
it's
only.
it's
Oh.
rogue language.
Yeah.
Okay. That's new.
Yeah. Well, it's like I think the way I had it explained to me is like if somebody says, "Oh, Timmy is going to the park." If a thief says it to another thief, it means something completely different.
Yeah, it means we're meeting at headquarters or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I pretty sure it's the first roll then.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Unless you'd want me to roll a d20 plus 4.
No, it's fine. I mean, we could just always go with the first roll. Yeah, we can always go with the first roll.
Okay, that works.
as you're looking at it and you're kind of trying to focus on it. And there are a couple moments where you hear the people outside are kind of moving around. They're kind of chit-chatting about each other. As you're kind of reading into these papers, they're not specific at all, which is kind of expected. But each of these are talking about progression and updates on deliveries.
You said there's nobody in the tent, correct?
Nobody in the tent as of this moment.
Let's see. Could I try and make a kind of a bigger gap, at least with enough width that I could reach my arm through, if I could possibly reach them and take the stack of papers?
They are on the opposite side of the tent.
Oh, they're on the opposite side.
They're on the opposite side.
Okay. Well, then I would like to make the hole a bit bigger so that I could step through it and get the papers.
So as you guys are watching this happen, you guys watch as Cordal makes this tear larger, and you watch him just slip his way into the tent.
And then,
You guys want to do anything?
No.
Okay.
Let him
Cordal,
do.
what are you up to inside of the tent?
Okay. First off, I'm going to take those papers.
Okay.
And do I see anything else of merit in here?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Nat 20,
Shit.
nice.
Okay. As you are going through these papers and looking at which ones matter, which ones don't, and you're kind of like, I'll take these. No, let's leave these behind. These are just comments. These are just words. Okay, that this is war scheduling. As you're kind of going through and ruffling through these papers, there comes a moment where you kind of lift one of the piles of parchment, and beneath it, you see kind of just roll out from beneath a stamp of some kind, almost like a stamp of verification kind of thing. I can't remember the name of it right now.
I take the
That's-
stamp.
Yeah, it's that
Seal?
thing you do the wax seal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it's called. I'm drawing a blank.
I take that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I make my way out of the tent.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Okay, I'll make the stealth check first before I.
Oof.
Okay, so you make your way out, and where are you going?
And then I'm going to go back through the little hole we made in the fence and report what I've seen back to everybody else.
Okay. And as you're kind of reporting some of this,
Mhm.
and you guys are kind of going through information, you hear a moment of annoyance within the camp itself, where you hear one of the guys goes, "Oi! Who's been cutting up my tent? I heard you fuckers. Why are you over here?" You kind of see this one bandit starting to go over towards the center and kind of start to pick a fight. And you can tell he's pretty deep into drink. So he's noticed some things, but it doesn't seem like he's made the connection just yet.
Good, good.
Okay, let's fight amongst yourselves.
Okay,
Is there anything else you guys think we should do?
shall we get...
Instigate more infighting.
Instigate more infighting.
I will say the only thing that you really catch in all those papers that becomes very clear, especially once you start reading it out loud and you start kind of piecing it together with the rest of the group, is they are receiving and they are passing on whatever this merchandise is. They are not the ones who are making it, but wherever they are getting it from, it sounds like it is somewhere from the southeast. Because they keep talking about it going through the mountain range.
See, if my suspicions are correct, And this tiefling that we're chasing is indeed the leader of these bandits. We need her alive. Because we need to figure out where they're getting these shipments from.
Yes.
And more importantly, where they are going. Because if they're shipping the stuff that turned that bandit into that zombie, we need to put a stop to this now.
Agreed.
Let's see. Where is my?
Okay, so how
Yeah.
do we instigate more infighting? Anybody got any ideas?
Oh. I do not know. Bartholomew, you're good at annoying people.
I'm good at entertaining some people, and I'm really good at
Actually?
keeping people's eyes off of things.
You said there were little draconic creatures?
Yes, kobolds, I believe. That's what they're called.
Yes. I'm familiar with
I don't-
kobolds.
So yeah, I don't know if anybody can speak to kobolds. I don't know if they speak common or not.
I can speak with kobolds.
See, well, if I'm not mistaken, when we first came up here, I believe there is a kobold at the front of the camp. I don't know if he's moved yet.
You would still be able to see him because your dark vision is better than everybody else's here.
Yes. Yeah, I peek over. Yeah, that kobold is still there.
Okay.
See, from my understanding of kobolds, I know they like to be in packs, and I believe they're very greedy bunch.
Shall I Does anyone have any meat on them?
Any mead?
Meat.
Meat?
Yes. Meat.
I've got a ration.
Just rations.
I mean, well, okay, hold on. Would it be safe to assume that rations have dried meat in them?
They do. I believe they say what they have. They have jerky, dried fruit, hardtack, and nuts.
I'm gonna turn to Sibo because I know he has a massive.
I'm literally as you're saying that, I'm double checking to see how many he has because I know he has them too.
Didn't he
Well,
have like 12 days?
No,
worth
no,
of
no.
rations?
It's not rations. He went and bought like
yeah, that's
a
right.
massive chunk of like pig.
He bought 10 pounds worth of lamb, I think it was.
I thought it
he
was
wanted
boar or
ham,
something like
but
that.
oh, mutton. It was mutton.
Mutton, yeah.
Because he wanted ham, and they didn't have ham. They had mutton.
Okay. So Sibo.
Which, by the way, there's 7 pounds left. You can guess where the other 3 pounds are.
Yeah. Sibo, can I have some of this? Maybe we can convince a little kobold guard there to help us out.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, if you want to share a meal with them, I don't see why you want to do that, though.
I mean, how else to make friends?
Yeah. You always gotta break bread with friends.
Do we want to be friends with this?
If it means them helping us and stopping whatever this is.
Oh, okay, I guess, and you'll give a pound.
I am going to take off a chunk. And
Okay.
before I do anything, are you guys okay with me trying to bring him over here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cordell, if you would try hiding somewhere and be
Alright.
ready to take a shot if he tries to make
Okay.
some type of sound that's not conducive to our conversation.
Okay, I'm going to gonna move over here where hopefully it is dark enough for me to be concealed.
Very much so, yes.
Okay. And stealth check.
Yep.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
Getting
son of a
worse.
bitch.
Somehow you're getting worse.
my luck.
You spent all that luck.
Ugh. This just kind of reinforces me to want to get the lucky feet.
I know,
Oh,
right?
God, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. In Draconic, so I'm going to move myself kind of like right over here.
Okay.
And in Draconic, I'm going to whisper and say, hey, do you want some meat? And I'm going to throw a chunk of it, like right there.
Doesn't seem to notice. It seems not that it's too focused on the job, more so that it's too ignorant to hear you.
I'll say it a little bit louder, and I'll throw a little chunk right there.
As you throw the little chunk and it lands there, you immediately kind of notice. Huh? Watch us take one step forward. Gonna try to look around.
That's fine. I'm gonna whisper in Draconic like, hey, we have more food for you if you want to come help us.
You watch it kind of look around, and it once again is that not that it's lacking focus, it's just too stupid to actually see any of you.
Yeah, that's kind of par for the
And
course.
you get an idea it hears the voice. You don't get the idea it knows it's from you. As it immediately reaches down and takes a bite out of it, just looking up. Just like expecting.
I'm gonna whisper again to it. Keep coming forward. There's a little bit more for you. And there's another chunk like right there. And I'm gonna throw another chunk right there.
Make a deception check for me at this point.
Well, I guess they're both the same. I was gonna say persuasion too, but
Oh, yeah, you can also,
fucking
yeah.
goddamn it, whatever.
Funnily enough, it keeps moving forward. Almost like it rolled utter trash. Like, slowly but surely, just taking kind of one bite at a time. And also at this point, you'd start to hear yelling of several different voices inside of the camp. Almost like they actually are starting to have a fight, and you hear someone's like, hey, knock it off, Rudy. It's like, it's just bullshit. You're just thinking things like, I know someone hacked up my tent. I know it's one of you jackasses. And you just hear them kind of just struggling amongst each other.
So, as I'm doing this, I'm gonna throw another one like right here, and I'm gonna have my hand up, like this. Or I guess you can't see it like this, for Cordal to, in case he needs to take a shot.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ready my bow.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep telling him.
Actually, I'm gonna ready my dagger because I think if it gets within a certain distance, I roll with disadvantage.
It's within melee.
Within melee? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I ready my short bow then.
Okay. So at that point, you guys would all be able to see it.
Yes.
Just
And-
for shits and giggles, let's see if it sees you. Oh my god, now you get the good roll. At
It's
that point, when it finally gets around that corner, where it finally gets a good line of sight to all of you, you watch it
like
reach for
this.
the meat and freeze as it looks at each of you.
I'm,
What?
doing this to it, and then Draconic going, telling it, we're friends. Shh.
Make a persuasion check. Or intimidation, your choice on which way you want to go with that.
Persuasion.
Okay.
God, my rolls are just not having it today.
You watch as it kind of looks at the group. It kind of centers on Cordal with his bow already pulled back. It doesn't say a word, but you watch it start to take one step back.
No. Stay.
And
Start to-
I'll look at it and I don't know if that was on camera or not.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
How did I not do this better?
As Lana makes that signal, you see just kind of like, if Cobalt could sweat, you would see that bead of sweat over the side of its mouth, of the side of its face,
Oh man.
and it pivots. If Cordell, you want to take the shot, if
Yep.
you get the
Yes.
chance,
Yeah.
go for it.
I should have readied my bow too. I didn't think about it.
Okay, before I take the shot, okay, if I roll high enough, can I pin it to where it sits? Like, if I try to shoot it in the lake, can I pin it to where it stands if I roll high enough?
If you're trying to do an aim shot, that's gonna
Mhm.
raise the AC of the creature, but yes,
Okay,
because you're specifically aiming for a certain point.
okay, I'm gonna do that.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Before I roll the damage, as soon as I let it go, I'm gonna say, grab it, and then, oh, oh, please don't kill it.
As you let the shot loose and you go right for the leg, there is a genuine moment where you watch it pierce through the ankle and jam it to the ground as it plummets.
Oh.
You hear a loud crack of the body landing, and it's just not moving.
Did
Well.
I get it?
Oh.
It's just not moving.
You got it. You got it all right. Well, so much for making friends. At least he had a nice last meal.
Yeah, nice last meal, and he was scared out of his mind. What a way to go.
Yes. Well, it looks like there's a ruckus going on inside there, and I kind of like look in. Are they actually like fist fighting in there?
No, they're more like wrestling. The drunk guy who claims his tent was slashed up, he is trying to swing fist, but they kind of have him like in an arm block behind. They're kind of like, hey, just calm down. It's like, I know when you fuckers slashed my tent.
Okay, are there any other lights inside the tent, or is it just the fire in the center?
Besides the campfire, the dead center, no. It ignites pretty much the entire camp, but beyond that, no.
Okay, okay, well then that kinda dampens what I was gonna do, because I was gonna try and sneak in there and push one of them into the other one,
Yeah.
and dart away.
Unfortunately, behind these structures is where you get very good shadows because of the
Right.
centering, but going into the center, unfortunately, is covered in light.
How many of you guys have ranged attacks?
See, I've got 17 arrows.
Got
I'm gonna-
cantrips.
Ready my crossbow.
Shall we each pick some targets? And on 3, let things loose?
Okay, well hold on. Before we let things loose, do we want to do it from this tiny hole, or do we want to do it from the mouth of the camp?
We do not know what is over in this area. We do not know if they have more posted over here. At least if we... Yeah, some of us squeeze through here, some of us maybe shoot through. We can catch them off guard.
So if I go, dang it, I'm not trying to zoom out. I want to scroll down. Okay, so if I go like here, am I able to get a clean shot through the wagon over there, or
Well, what do you mean through the wagon?
like, do I have a line of sight to the dudes brawling over there?
That part of the fence is not broken, so no.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the
How
part
tall is this fence again?
20 feet.
Oh.
They wanted their privacy.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, all the same, I'm gonna ready and line up a shot if I can. Just sort of.
Okay. I'm gonna take a step through.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a step through after Shauna.
Let me just quickly go ahead and
So
mark
Yeah.
that as the entrance.
just kind of go like that.
Um,
And we could probably fit one more person up. Maybe two more people. No,
Yeah.
one more person maybe up here.
Are you guys doing this stealthily, or are you just going in?
stealthily. Well,
I'll make
yeah.
stealth checks for both of you.
I feel like if shit goes wrong, then I'm gonna be wanted on what would be the front lines.
Oh no.
Bro, like,
I could roll good on everything else, but my stealth is just dropping.
Again, you've gotten some good stealth, and then it's when it matters. It's when you just don't get it.
to be fair, they are wrestling, yelling at each other, and drunk, so...
They are.
Yeah.
So, at the very least for now, they don't seem to notice the both of you, but it doesn't seem like you're all that well off.
So,
If I do
Damn.
that,
Jesus.
Oh, wow. Okay. I
Like,
didn't even look at the roll and just like, okay, click, hope for the best.
okay. So if we get all of us in here, you know, people can crouch down, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So-
And you do see that they are very much in a rustle. And eventually, given all the noise that they have caused, you would notice that there are more kobolds kind of just coming out of their little tent. Kind of just watching as this chaos is ensuing. And even the one in the back that was seemed to work on something has stopped to just watch the mayhem.
So I'm going to turn back to everyone and say, Delana and myself will take a shot at this one. Cordal,
Yeah.
you take a shot at this one.
Alright.
And then Bartholomew and Sibo, you both take a shot at this one.
Alright.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. And where am I? Oh, there.
Damn, did I roll max damage on that sneak attack?
I think
Yes, you
Yes,
did.
you did. Okay, so who is going for who? Sean and Delana
Okay.
go for this one.
Yeah, I'm going for what? How do you make the little blue circle pop up?
Hold click.
Yeah, that
there
one.
you
I'm
go.
going for that
Yep.
So,
Yep.
that
And-
one's fucked.
Yeah, Sibo and Bartholomew are going for this one here.
Zebo's the only one who has range attack, and he has no line of sight, unfortunately.
He can't, like, squeeze around to shoot, you know, between
Not around Delana.
Delana's
in
legs.
this- No.
As much as he wants to be there.
That's Bartholomew, please.
Yeah. It's Bartholomew can't get a shot through either.
He has no range.
He doesn't
he
have,
has-
like, vicious mockery or anything.
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure he has 0 range anything. He has 0 range anything.
No bow, no nothing.
Nope.
What
He's
the
got a rapier, a dagger,
fuck?
dancing lights, mage hand, charm person, cure wounds, disguise self, speak with animals, and thunder wave.
We could
What?
have disguised Bartholomew and have him waltz up in the count. He could have been our in to start him hitting each other around. Oh well.
What the hell do
He has
bards get
0 range for shit.
for, like, he gets 2, what cantrips does he have?
Mage hand and dancing lights.
Oh
I
my
think
god.
I have dancing lights as well.
Okay, yeah. Alright.
He could have a bit of damage, but he doesn't.
What's the range on Mage Hand?
30 feet.
Yeah.
That is not what I want.
You can. I mean, you could tickle someone's junk. That's about it. Okay.
If I
So.
push somebody.
Okay.
Probably.
So then DeLon take a shot at this one, and then I will do Toll the Dead after that hits.
Okay. So that's gonna hit. Then Toll the Dead.
Wisdom
right?
saving throw.
17.
What he could do
Fucking
is
horse shit.
So, as you guys take that moment,
I have a suggestion real quick for Bartholomew to take his mage hand and rustle something near the entry of that tent. Because the jig's pretty much going to be up once the arrows fly, and it'd be good if, at least for one round, for them to turn their heads somewhere that's not our direction. Or at least try it, even if it's not practical.
I would say he would try it, but unfortunately, given where the strikes are coming from, you don't see it happening. Kind of a like, well, 2 arrows just flew from that direction, but let's check out the rustling right there. Like, yeah, it's not really gonna happen, but maybe. But in other case,
Either that, or I was thinking, pull out the burning stick out of the fire and land it on one of them or something. But
as Cordal's arrow.
So yeah, and
I will say, Cordal, if you want to hit him, you'll have to swap places with Shauna because you technically don't have line of sight on that dude right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. At least with Shauna, you'd still be able to see like half of him, and Toll the Dead just needs you to see them. Doesn't need like clean line of sight. So as Cordal's arrow flies, immediately taking this guy out by hitting him right in the throat, his body plummeting to the ground. DeLon, are you letting off your light crossbow? And it hits right in the side of the bandit who's been drunkenly flailing this entire time. And unfortunately, Toll the Dead not taking effect on him. As all the eyes turn towards your direction. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Click your icon.
Yeah, click your icon and roll initiative.
Man, like my rolls.
So how do you get the decimal numbers for the initiative rolls?
Click on Beyond 20 right next to your name.
Okay.
And then there should be a more options option.
Yeah.
Click on that. And which one is it? Oh. Near the bottom, right where you open it, add tiebreaker to initiative rolls. Yes.
All right.
really,
Why couldn't you have rolled a 3? So you could have been 3.14?
right?
Wow. Listen, kobolds are skittish little fucks, apparently.
I mean, yeah, they actually are.
They are. I'm just saying, it's like, wow, because they got a nat 20.
I don't know.
Skittish
Do
little
I
fuckers.
speak Draconic? No. No,
I don't know, do you?
No, I'm checking. I speak Dwarvish though. So.
There you go.
That's interesting.
So,
Yeah.
as that goes down, there is a genuine moment of hesitation in the kobolds. Yeah, they're just gonna group up for the time being because they have no effing idea what to do there. They're just little kobolds. Bartholomew doesn't exactly have line of sight with anybody or anything. Ooh, yeah, he's got nothing. He has literally nothing.
Well, he can run around to the front entrance.
Yeah, be cannon fodder.
You know what he is gonna do? He's gonna do something he's never done in the entire campaign, and I don't know why. He's gonna do something he's never done. He's gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Ashana. Gonna give you some boost in morale, so you got a D6 to anything if you want it.
Okay.
I don't know why he's never done it, but, you know. Every time he burns a bonus action, I'm just like, why don't you Bardic Inspiration somebody? You have it. Why don't you do it?
He probably doesn't know he does have it.
Kind of hope he does. Kind of a mainstay of his class.
Yeah.
Poor doll. They are all looking in your direction.
Especially now that someone started making noise with Bardic Inspiration.
La
Go,
la
Shauna,
la
go!
la 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 la.
No. Bartholomew would do something obscene like start singing Dragon Force or something. Like
Well,
just through the fire and flames, man.
Yes, I knew you were gonna say that.
What?
He just pulled out his fucking air guitar and just going through it. Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it
Or
what,
Operation Ground and Pound.
I say, what
Yes.
instrument does he have?
He has a lute, a lyre, a drum, so he can actually just pull out all three of them. He just mage hand, and he just goes ham.
Oh man, that'd be great.
He suddenly
Okay.
just plays Tomorrow's King or something.
Okay,
Either that or do the rhythm that starts the sickness.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since the jig is up, I'm going to run out from my hiding spot up to this one, and I'm going to impale him with my short sword.
go for it.
Is it level 3?
No! As you run up and go for the swing, it's so easy that he just steps to the side as you lunge.
Keep in mind, I
Else?
think rogues already have this by second level. Is you can bonus action hide.
They can, but when you're not in line of sight and
Yeah.
or discovered.
Yeah, it's
Well,
I think once I've been discovered,
Great.
I have to move to somewhere where they can't see me.
Yeah, but there's a difference between just breaking line of sight and stealthing when they know for a fact you're still there versus getting away from them and
Mhm.
becoming hidden.
Yeah.
Like, there's a distinction there.
go back behind like the tent like that and just
Could
Pop.
have attempted it, but you know, this is the route that was taken.
Oh, well. Well,
Yeah.
the jig is up. I went
Yeah.
for it.
Is that all you're up to?
Yeah.
Okay. It is the bandit's turn. He is going to draw his scimitar. He's going for a swing right to your face. 15?
Miss.
Okay. Oh god, would he go that far? Yes,
think-
he would.
I think he will because he's drunk.
No, that's not the one I was thinking of. You watch as the bandit in the center here.
Hmm.
You watch as he grabs a piece of burning wood from the fire, and he lifts it up, and just looking at Delana and Ashana and the group over there, kind of just goes, "Oh God, he would say it this way." Bombs away, and he chucks just this burning piece of wood right onto the crate or the barrels. You're not sure why or for what reason he did it, but that's his action,
Oh fuck.
and he is running away.
can someone use the reaction to stamp out the flames?
No, it'd have to be an action. And this bandit, the bandit in the center, is gonna look at that like, oh shit, and he's fucking running. Sibo does not have line of sight for shit. He's just gonna hold fireball for the first thing he can see. Delano.
I'm gonna use my action to put out that fucking fire.
Go ahead and just make a dexterity check for me real quick.
Oh. Come on. There we go.
Very nice. As you go to put out the fire, trying to like kick it out, like just out of a reaction, kind of just like, oh, just whatever he did that could not have been good. As you do so, you hear a minor crack in the crate. As the rest of the fire goes out, you don't suffer any fire damage. And in that faintest crack, you see the littlest glimmer of powder of some kind in there.
Okay, everyone, move. 15, 20. Let's go over here.
Okay.
And yeah. Actually, let's see. That was only 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, I don't have an actual. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna use that bonus action. Yep, that's
Okay.
my turn.
Delano.
Okie dokie. So.
Yeah, I'm amazed
Was
none of you bothered to check what was in those barrels. At all.
That requires planning, and we clearly didn't roll high enough for that.
Or is a full,
So
full
how do you get the distance measurements as your?
Unfortunately, it won't really work on this map because it's not the exact
Okay.
not the exact scaling. So you just kind of have to count out the squares on this one.
15, 20.
Like, I'm pretty sure they're not exactly the same. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, these are like 6 feet apparently.
I'm gonna put myself there.
Okay.
There
There you go.
Thank you. And
Delana, you're on their side, please. He's drunk. You go for the swing, but he's the drunken master.
I was gonna say secretly he's a drunken master monk.
He's ascended to a new level. He suddenly gains 3 levels of monk.
Oh God, that's
As you
terrifying.
go for the swing and it goes wide. Anything else?
nope.
The kobold's turns. Are you guys that dumb too? Not terribly, but at the same time.
Can I use my reaction to yell to the kobolds in Draconic?
What are you saying? Well, we'll see.
Stand down and you will live.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Eight.
You see a moment of hesitation in them, and oh wow, that's one of them, the one in the far back, it seems to take heed to your word, kind of like, this is out of our league, we're not doing this. The other two, on the other hand, this one is going right for Delana. The other one apparently is just as stupid as that bandit. He's nowhere near as strong as that bandit, so he's just gonna pick up the stick of fire. And he is going to try and
So
Olympic...
I'll say to the kobold, if I can, as it comes to me. So you come for death, do you? In Draconic.
Oh, you know Draconic as well.
Yes, I do.
Okay. The kobold with the burning piece of wood is like Olympic fire running it. And he looks dead set to get to the barrel.
This is the Helm's Deep moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Legolas!
He's like, if I'm gonna die, I might as well die doing something for my master.
I'm looking at everyone else. Don't kill that one in the back, and I'm pointing to the last kobold back there.
Yeah, he's literally just he has his little dagger out, and he's just like trembling. 21 to hit the Lano.
That's unfortunate.
Yep. 5 points of piercing damage as it gets that little shanky dagger and just manages to get right in that little chink of armor. That's all I could do, though. Bartholomew. 10 feet. 15 feet. He's got a line of sight now. The hell can you do? Seriously. Now I know why he runs away all the time.
If even the DM's like, are you useful? You know something's fucked up. You know something's fucked up.
Yeah. I guess he'll throw how many daggers do you even have? You have 2 daggers. Okay, good. So he's gonna throw a dagger at Mr. Bandit right there. Wapa. Yeah, that's gonna hit. Just enough. He keeps sweeping kills.
Fucking, he's a goddamn Call of Duty player.
He is. He just comes in when they're already damaged and he just takes them out himself. Like,
Kill
oh, that was
stealer.
my kill. It's like, I got the assist, motherfucker. It's like, that was my kill. And that's all he's gonna do, because he's got nothing else in plan. Cordal.
Okay. I'm going to try and sweep the leg with my short sword of this kobold right here that's running to the barrels with the flaming stick.
You're trying to get in front of him, or what are you trying to do?
Yes, I'm going to move right in front of him.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess I'm going to sweep the leg with my short sword.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Okay. Oh, dexterity check? Oh, that's
dexterity.
That's the wrong thing.
Wow.
Damn.
As you go to sweep for it, you watch as there is a genuine moment where you think you got him, but he catches himself right as you try to trip him up, and he stands back up.
Oh shit.
Almost like he just barely beat you.
Damn.
Damn, I got nothing else. That's my action.
Uh-huh. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Bandits. One of them does not want to get close, seeing that. The other one is just fucking pissed. Oh, God. Yeah, no, he's just gonna try and go for it again, because you guys got reinforcements back. Well, actually, no, because you guys... Oh, shit, no, he knows what's in there. Yeah, no, he's just gonna go for Shauna. That's all he's gonna do. He's just gonna go for Shauna. And he's gonna try and make sure the kobold gets there, and listen, if the kobold die, he's going for Delana. Let's go for Shauna first. That was the first time that animation has ever happened to me on my screen. I cannot believe that happened. The dice suddenly just rocketed against the front of the screen, bounced up into the back of the screen, and came back down. I've never seen that animation before.
Nice.
Either way, it's an effing miss beyond belief. Delano.
So
That's
the
not gonna hit
kobold that's doing the Urukai bit at Helm's Deep.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a little red mark on here just to make sure we know which one it is.
How the shit does grappling work in this edition?
Strength check, right?
Yeah. First one is a strength check versus strength. Or I believe it's athletics versus athletics. And then it reduces them to 0 feet. And nothing else. And then after that, they have to roll a athletics or acrobatics versus your athletics.
No.
Okay, so I start with a strength check or start with athletics?
It's athletics.
Athletics.
First one is athletics versus athletics. Second one is athletics versus athletics or oh well, it's Sibo's turn right now, so we'll get back to that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you said
That
they
was
were attacking me, not that it
yeah,
was
they
my
were
turn.
attacking you. Yeah.
Sorry.
All good. Sibo, he is gonna move in though. He's got a firebolt. He can see the kobold right there, so he's just gonna launch the firebolt. Wow. I think that hits. That does hit. Man, kobolds known for being very tough. Down he goes with a little stick of fire.
Wait, really? They only had 6 health.
they're,
So that one that I shot in the leg, I decimated his.
You shot straight through his Achilles tendon.
Oh
dude,
my
you
lord.
literally ripped through. Yeah, you ripped through his Achilles tendon and you cracked its skull onto the floor.
Jeez.
That's why I made it so gruesome of a death. I'm like, you overkilled this dude.
You shot his Achilles tendon and got his carotid artery on the way out.
Essentially, you did enough damage to him that there's no death saving throws. It's just he's dead.
Damn. That's what's up.
Like, you almost did enough damage to one-shot me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying, like, full dead me. You did what, like 17?
If you do double your max HP worth of negative damage, it's an instant death. Like, there's no death saving throw. It's instant death.
Yeah. But yeah, I was looking at the damage for the bow, and yeah, I rolled max damage for the sneak attack, and I rolled max damage for the bow.
Yeah. You decimated him. Ashana.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn to the dude who took a swing at me and toll the dead.
Okay.
With some saving throw.
17.
Okay. Just gonna flip him off. Bonus action, flip him off.
Delana, there you go. Kobo with the fire is fucking dead.
Oh wait, I do have a bonus action. I'm a shield of faith myself.
Okay, shield of faith, so +2 to your AC. Jesus.
Yep.
Oh, it is a bonus action. Oh my god.
Yep. It's concentration though. That's the sad part.
Alrighty. So, who's attacking Ashana?
Little kobold. Or yeah, that guy over there.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Seems
Deal with the two
like
on
she
you.
just beefed up her AC even further.
Yeah.
Well, first things first. Delana has a promise to uphold. He came for death.
There you
have
go. As you swing and you hit right against the skull, there's a genuine moment where you don't think you hit anything. If it wasn't for the fact that you feel the splurt of blood and gore splash onto you, your warhammer, and the bandit right next to him, as the head is just gone.
Okay. I'm trying to think of anything else I can do that would be like remotely useful in some way. Alright. I'm just gonna move up here and Yeah. And we'll flank this fucker.
Okay.
Features, trades. No, that's all I got.
Cobalt. Bye. Wink. Bartholomew.
I'm gonna yell at him. Get back here, in Draconic.
He's gonna go pick up his dagger.
Oh. I did have a bonus action.
Oh, you want to take it?
Oh, well. Could I... Oh, positioning was wrong. Never mind.
Okay. Gotta go pick up his dagger. It's 5 feet. 10 feet. 15. And he is going to rapier the bandit.
Is he gonna do what to that bandit?
He's gonna rapier it.
I heard the same thing.
Only reason I don't like the name rapier.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna hit. God. Bartholomew wants to hurt apparently. Nothing for range though. Or at all.
Alright. I'm going to swing. Oh wait, I gotta move forward first.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna move forward in front of that bandit, and then I'm going to swing at it with my short sword.
Go for it.
There we go.
Yeah. That's a short bow.
Oh, that's short bow, not a short sword. My bad.
Even better, alright. Jesus Christ. Straight through the heart, and as you pull back, his body just lumps onto the ground.
Yeah, that's sneak attack damage too, because Bartholomew's
Yeah, because Bart and Delana are there, yeah. That's it?
Then I'm going to use my movement to run over here to this tent.
Okay.
Yeah, because big tent, important.
Yeah, you have 10 more feet if you want it.
Then I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Actually, I'm not gonna wait. I'm going to. So I want to stand off to the side, just to hopefully they won't see me.
Okay.
And that's my action.
Bandit. He's out. Ashana, you get your get an attack opportunity.
I normally don't have a weapon in my hand, so.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, I'm normally shield and open hand for casting.
I was gonna say if you want to punch him, but yeah, that's strength, huh?
For shits and giggles, because she's really annoyed. Yeah, sure.
Punch him in the face. Not gonna punch him in the face. You try that swing.
That's still a higher roll than my average for the rest of for this game, though. I rolled a 7 with a -3.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's going to just barge the kobold out of the way, and they are both booking for it. Zero. 5, 10. Can he see that far? Oh, it's 120. Yes, he can. But can he actually see 60? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, yeah, he can.
You do got a campfire here. That probably gives a little bit of light, too.
Yeah. Fuck it, he killed the cobalt that easily. He'll kill the cobalt again. He doesn't kill the cobalt again. Feels bad for the little fucker.
Wait, is he throwing out the one up here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at him and say, I told you, that one doesn't die.
Oh, I didn't think you meant that when they're running away now.
No.
Go ahead, Shauna.
I'm gonna walk up to here.
Okay.
Oops. Let me center that a little bit more. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna say something to the Kobold and Draconic, saying, stick around, do not run, we will give you food and you will be able to leave freely.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Son of a bitch.
You do get a response this time. That just goes. She'll hunt and she'll kill. There'll be no safe. Just keeps going.
And then I'm gonna cast command on the dude.
The bandit.
Yep.
9. What's the word?
Approach.
Okay.
The target moves towards you by the shortest and most direct route.
Yep.
Off the ledge.
Yep. So that's on his turn. Anything else?
No, that will be it.
Delana.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
As you're climbing on the ladder.
Oh, that's... well, it is what it is.
That's it?
Actually, if I get to... that was 25, so...
You can double move also.
Yeah, you can dash if you want to. It'll use up your action, but it'll get you like 30 feet.
So if I only move 20 feet... the ledge. Do I have a good line of sight with my crossbow?
It would give... Wait, who are you going for? The bandit or the kobold?
Oh, never mind. It's a crossbow. Doesn't work anyway. And I was going for the bandit.
He would, I would say, just half cover from that angle, but you would technically have a shot on him if you want it.
But it's irrelevant because crossbows are full round action to reload. It's not a bow, it's a crossbow. So
not in this.
I think it's a bonus action, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe in 5e it's a bonus action unless you have the feat.
Yeah, there are no full round actions in...
Well, there are a couple, but
well,
the crossbow is definitely not one of them.
Oh, okay.
Let's see... It's a loading property, I'm guessing.
Yeah, loading property.
So because of the time required to load this weapon, you can fire only one piece of ammunition from it when you use an action, bonus action, or reaction to fire it, regardless of the number of attacks you can only make. So you being a fighter will eventually be able to make 3 attacks per round, but if you use, or I think 4 or something like that. But if you're using a crossbow, you can only do 1 no matter what.
Yeah.
So it is your action to fire it and reload it.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Okay. And he has half cover, so that's...
plus 2 to AC.
They've simplified that too. Okay.
Yeah. No, they simplified a lot of shit in 5e. It's very nice.
Yeah. I'm just... No, that was the wrong button.
That's the damage.
Well, I mean, it was. Oh, no, that was just the damage. Never mind, I see.
Yep.
Yeah, that hits. 9. Okay. And I'm 90% sure that does not affect command whatsoever, right?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
No.
Just to double check.
Oh, I thought he was aiming at the kobold.
Nope, it just says it follows the command. Nothing affects it. Yep.
Yep.
Just making sure. So you take the shot and you sink it really close to the center of his chest, and you can see the blood already dribbling out. He is badly hurt.
Then that bandit's about to get the worst of it.
Yeah.
He pissed me
Sorry.
off.
Sorry, you're gonna do Delano?
Yep.
Alright.
All these
Cobalt gonna
fucking
shove
bandits.
his way through the bandits. That's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So he is now off the map, technically speaking. He is gone. Cobalt is gone. Bartholomew. He literally has nothing. He's gonna do what they did last time and go up with Cordal and flank tent.
Okay, Bartholomew, this time let's not burn down the tent.
Let's make sure she's in there first. And then we'll burn it down.
Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna get my short sword ready, and I'm going to open up the flaps of the tent.
As you get your short sword out and you open it up, empty.
She's not here.
But you do see a very elegant setup with one large desk in the center and several pieces of memorabilia just kind of hanging on the walls.
Does the room look neat at all, or does it look
extremely neat? Like, ludicrously neat in comparison to being an abandoned camp of all things.
Okay, and I poke my head out of the tent and relay this to everybody, so she's not here, so we either beat her here, or she left. Which I highly doubt we beat her to the camp.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Because this is obviously her tent.
And are you doing anything else for your turn?
I haven't used my action.
No,
Right?
you haven't used anything technically
Okay,
so far.
then I want to rummage around the room to see if I find anything that would point to who she is, what her affiliation is with these people.
Go ahead and just make an investigation check for me.
Okay.
And then we'll get back to you when it comes to your turn.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. Bandit. Boop. All right, athletics check. Let's see how this goes. Not good. That is a 20-foot drop, is what that is.
Isn't that like 2d6 per 10
Yeah.
feet?
1d6.
1d6.
1d6? Oh.
You watch him take the step off, and though he tries to steady himself so he doesn't fall, very first step. And he lands right on the back of the tent, which basically collapses the majority of it. And he is not moving.
Good boy.
He is unconscious.
And I will look towards Delana. And then back towards Bartholomew and Cordal.
Well, what was that again? Sorry?
I just look towards you, just kind of give him a nod after he falls off the ledge
You
there.
just watch a bandit takes one step, tries to steady himself, and just tumbles, lands on a tent, and is not moving.
Good.
So, with that, technically combat is over. Unless you guys want to start fighting each other.
I mean, no.
No. No.
I just don't have the motivation right now.
Let's see.
So, Cordal, as you're
Yeah.
looking through the majority of this room, all of this just seems like something you would find in like a study, but nothing here matters. It's like they're just pointless books about fairy tales. There's the occasional scripture with kind of like a loose diary or some kind of like, oh well, today was a nice day and things went off without a hitch, yada yada yada. Like, you would almost think that this was some person's bedroom if it wasn't for the fact it's in the middle of a goddamn bandit camp.
Okay, well, I look around the room, like I kind of stand in the middle of the room, and I just kind of want to do like a 360, like a slow 360 spin, just to see if anything catches my eye. No, I'm just looking for anything out of place.
Go ahead and make another. Actually, make a perception check. Actually, no. History. This will be history for you.
History check.
Yeah, this will be history for you.
Find it first. Oh.
Nice.
One of the things that would catch your eye in here, and it's something that you didn't really expect in the slightest, but a majority of this stuff you recognize. Not in any personal way, but just in a way that you know the country that this came from. And it isn't until you kind of start like piecing the puzzle together, it's kind of like, why does that look identical to this? Why does that look identical to that? And you're kind of just like putting it together and you're like, fuck, that came from Notoxigian. Why is a majority of this stuff coming from Notoxigian? Like, that looks like it was made by a smith in Notoxigian. That looks like it was painted by an artist in Notoxigian. Why does all this look very Empire-esque?
Let's see. I walk out the tent and then I relay what I've pieced together.
I'm checking the other tents.
They are all nothing but sleeping spots for people, except for the one at the far end that Cordell Howard discovered seems to be more of a documentation tent where things are going in and out, and as he described before, nothing is explicit. They just go arrived, left, success, failure, yada yada yada. But they don't ever detail what came in. They don't ever detail when it left. They just detail, did it come here, did it leave, did it make it on time.
Any belongings of any sort?
Not in there.
I mean, like, in any of these tents.
Oh, in any of them? There are the occasional pieces of clothing. There's the memorabilia. A couple of them have haphazard books that seem to be like just their downtime of some kind. Some had dice and some had decks of cards. A couple of them had questionable scrolls that had some very explicit drawings in them.
How many of those do we find?
4.
I'm gonna pocket them.
I guess just put them as 4 naughty scrolls, I guess.
Yep.
So, what do these bandits have on their person?
On their person, they each have a scimitar. And they each have a set of their leather armors. And each of them would have 10 gold pieces each.
10
So
gold
it'd be
each?
40 gold pieces total.
Okay, I'm gonna gather the gold, the weapons. Yeah, I'll grab the armor too.
Alright.
Okay.
Something I never thought I'd put in my inventory? Porno scrolls. This will be... You never know when these might become useful.
And
Who knows?
inventory,
Could be a decent
item.
bargaining chip.
How do I add stuff on this character sheet to my inventory?
Go to inventory.
Yeah.
Manage inventory. And on the filter itself, you can type in stuff. So type in scimitar. And then you can even
Do you spell scimitar?
SC.
SC.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
And then if you want to actually add multiple at the same time, you can actually click on scimitar, the drop down, and you'll see amount to add, and you can literally just click until you have the certain amount.
Yep. Then you can add custom items also.
Yep.
And
You can add custom items for naughty scrolls. And then you could do the same thing with leather armors.
Okay.
And then currencies.
No. No, not leather golem armor. Leather armor.
And you said there was a set of dice found, right?
Yeah, there'd be 2 sets of dice. Yes.
I would like to request the set of dice.
Yeah. If you guys are okay with just giving it over to Cordell.
Yeah, I'll point them out where they're at.
So
Sure.
2 sets of dice.
All right.
Okay.
Sit.
Cast off armor leather? Would that be it?
No, it would just be leather.
Is this leather or studded leather, by the way?
This is just leather.
Okay. So if I just...
Okay, these porno scrolls, are they all women?
3 of them are.
Okay, notes. 3 women. What's the last one?
What's the opposite of women?
Hey, I don't know. One of them could have been into animals.
All right. Could be like an orc or something.
Could have been androgynous.
Yeah,
Could have
yeah.
actually.
Okay.
I will say, if you want to get into that much detail,
No, we're good. We're good. We'll just leave it at that.
I kind of meant that one of the women is Alvin.
Oh, okay, okay.
And that one does not look like just a generic scroll. That one looks like it's actually personally made.
Oh. Okay. Let's see. 1 elven. Wait. 3 women. Man. Okay.
If you want to get that detailed about it.
Wait, do I recognize the elf? No. I'm just
Right. Yeah.
Make a history check.
Just.
Mom, is that you?
Oh God.
God.
That's when it's like, okay, enough internet for today. Local MILFs in your area. Mom?
How do I add a custom item?
When you're on that manage inventory screen,
Yeah.
there's literally just a drop-down menu of custom items.
Oh, I see it. Okay,
Yeah,
thank
and
you.
then just add custom item.
Yeah.
It'll come up as custom item whatever, and you can just completely edit it from there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dang it.
So. Now, do I know what that black powder is? How common is black powder? I guess is the.
On Beaslok, not barely, so unfortunately you would not.
But considering our families are
I would say
merchant
that
guilds, though.
weaponry of that kind would not be spread between the houses, just because that is a very gruesome weaponry. And kind of
Yeah.
terrorist level stuff.
Speaking of that, considering the town that I came from and the kind of town it is, would I know what it is? Cause I went a mining town. Well, we did go.
You would have heard of it. You've never experienced it or actually seen what it can do, but you've heard about the material.
I've heard about this kind of material. I believe it's called black powder. I believe. I don't know what it does.
Is that black powder? Oh.
Originally named, I see. Would Delana happen to know anything about black powder?
I would say
Or
you
is
do
that-
know that it is a very volatile substance that is used on this this continent a bit too often. Given its wild abundance on here.
My one question is are cannons prevalent in this world for ships and stuff like that?
On ships, yes, but they are not as common as most people would think.
Okay.
Like, if a ship has a cannon, they very much are dedicated to having cannons. If they don't have the affordability to get a cannon, then they just does not have cannons, which is a majority of ships.
Okay, so
find
even
a ship
on
with a
Okay.
Yeah, to find a ship with a cannon is hard enough as it is, but if you do find a ship with a cannon on it, that thing is decked out to go to war.
Okay, and having some militaristic in my family, that's kind of where I was leading with. Might have some knowledge of it, but yeah, no. Okay.
Okay, it's like you know this stuff exists, but it's not like you've ever been able to be
Yeah.
well learned to do this. You're like, there's this material that's like super dangerous and super explosive.
Yeah.
But you've never been giving anything else beyond that.
No cannons. Might have heard black powder's involved, but just it's not been a focus of. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Heard it in passing, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Kind of like C4. I know about it. I just don't know how it's all.
Yeah.
You know. Well, I'm gonna start opening up all the crates and barrels around here and figure out what the hell's inside all of this.
All the crates and barrels over here are filled with black powder, and the crates specifically are filled with pouches of black powder, almost like they've already been individually separated. While the crates and barrels over here are actually all filled with food. Sustainability. And you can even tell that the crate on the cart over here actually has food in it. So you get the idea that they were at some point getting ready to deliver food and possibly mingle in there a little bit of black powder.
Does anyone know how expensive this black powder is?
I know the shop that I used to work at, we could never afford it. It's really useful for really quickly destroying stuff when we need to, but we could never afford it.
Yeah, I think it's used a lot in mining as well.
Would Delana know?
Delana would know that this is a very sought after material when it comes to mining because it does it very quickly, and very sought after in combat because it does so much damage. So regardless of what reason you're going for this stuff, it's expensive.
I do know this stuff is not cheap. It can fetch a handsome price.
Well, shall we load it up onto that cart over there?
I like the way you're thinking it, Shauna. Let's sell it to some reputable sources and get ourselves a bit of extra pocket change.
That, or if we finally come across this woman wherever she is, we might be able to use it for our advantage.
Yeah,
I agreed.
Here.
You see a glint of kind of like intrigue from Bartholomew, kind of like, now that went dark. I like it.
She's pissed me off.
All right. So, taking some time. Are you guys just filling the cart with black powder? Not all of it's gonna fit in there, but a good chunk of it will. And are you filling it with anything else or just the black powder?
I'm gonna top off with any food. Well, I'm gonna go through the food here. What do they got? Is it good? Is it better than rations?
It is mostly dried meat and partially fresh fruit that are starting to go bad.
Okay.
What kind of fresh fruit they got?
They have couple of peaches, some apples, and the odd coconut, strangely enough.
I'm gonna double check they're still good first.
The apple and peaches are absolutely not. They look like they're on the verge of rotting as we speak.
So they're questionable to eat.
Yep. Like, you might take a bite and you get a good one, or you might get a soggy one. You're not too sure.
I'm gonna grab one of those scimitars and cut open a couple of each. See if I find something that's edible.
There's a decent chunk here and there, yeah.
I can find one edible apple and one edible peach. I will have one of each.
Okay. Getting a nice snack in for yourself.
By the way, everyone, these fruits, some of them are good. Be careful.
Oh, I'll have some. And he just books his way over there.
These won't last long enough to transport to sell. We have fresh fruit now. Careful, Sibo.
You see him already just taking a bite out of one.
Oh, it was fresh.
So, if we remove that crate of food off that cart, how many barrels of this black powder can we get onto there?
4.
4? So,
See, do we want the black powder that's already packaged up in the pouches, or do we just want just the straight powder with no pouches?
So here's what we should do. Because one of those barrels are already broken open.
Slightly, yes.
Slightly.
Not horribly, but like it's
enough that it could spill.
Yeah.
So let's take the one that has the packaged pouches and put that on there, and then put 3 barrels on there. Let's take the other crate of black powder, and let's take those pouches and divvy up them between everyone.
There are 50 pouches within the crate.
Okay? So we can each grab 10. How big a pouch are we talking here?
Cup both your hands.
Okay, so yeah, each of us take 10 pouches of black powder.
Okay.
I would say each pouch is a pound, so that'd be an extra 10 pounds to tack on.
Okay.
Oh boy, we're giving Sibo and Bartholomew pouches of black powder.
I wonder if that's actually in here.
I don't think so. I don't believe so. Or not.
No, okay, so.
Custom items.
Custom items.
Boy.
Yep.
This is gonna be something.
Black powder. Oh, caps lock is on. Black powder. 1. About 109. Okay. So.
And I'm also going to top off rations and take an additional. Actually, I should check weight, but maybe 10 pounds of meat, dried meat. You said there was fruit, there was dried meat, and what else here?
Fruit, dried meat, and actually I think that was it.
Okay. Yeah, fruit and dried meat.
It was dried fruit, and then it was, it was dried meat and fruit, I believe. That's all that was.
Okay.
Yes, that was it.
So, with that being that leaves us with 2 barrels of black powder, one of which has a little bit shit broken in it.
Okay. Everyone, there's dried meat here. Top off on rations.
Oh, good. I was running low on mine.
My ass came out here with 10 days worth of rations. Which
I'm down to 8. So. Well, I'm probably lower than that. 8 was just what was on my character sheet. How do I tell what my carrying capacity is and how much I'm currently carrying?
Strength times 15, and then if you know how much your over capacity is when you're in inventory, you can literally see weight carried on the upper left of that little square.
Okay.
And it'll actually even tell you when you're over carrying capacity. If you actually click on weight carried, it'll actually show you on the upper right your total carrying capacity.
Oh, okay. So I'm actually under. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm carrying 169 pounds, and I can carry 240.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm a fucking pack mule. Got it.
Sibo, on the other hand, is not looking good.
Rations. So I'm gonna bump this up to 20. So I am actually taking 12 pounds of dried meat, and I'm just
Okay.
dumping that in my rations portion on my character sheet.
Yep.
Because I got the carrying weight, and well, it's hard to just run down to the grocery store in the middle of a forest. So, the food's here. I might as well bulk up.
Sibo is now carrying 60 pounds worth of meat.
60 pounds?
Well, 60 pounds in equivalent to rations.
Oh, okay.
It's
Still,
30 days
dang.
worth. Yes, 30 days worth of rations.
That's a lot of rations.
A lot of rations. Well, you gotta stock up. I mean...
So between
it's a little
Sibo and
heavy.
I, we almost have, an entire season's worth of food.
For one person. Don't know if you
Yeah.
guys have your own.
No, it was just like between just him and I, we have like 90 days worth of food.
Yeah.
Well, 90 rations.
Which
But,
is a day's worth of food.
Yeah.
So 90 days worth of food.
For one
Yeah,
person.
it's
Yeah.
between the 5
Not
of
bad.
you, that is, a month's nearly a month's worth of food.
Yeah, I have
Really.
10 days just on my own
Yeah.
person.
Oh yeah, no, you guys probably have about a month's worth of food between all of you.
Yeah.
What do they have in the way of clean water?
Doesn't seem like they have water here right now. Seems like all they had was the booze they were currently drinking.
If we're really getting into the nitty-gritty here, since we're talking about rations and how long that's gonna last, I have Atwater skin.
Mhm.
That lasts generally for 1 day.
Give or take, yeah. You can stretch it out.
Water is a problem.
I will say that if Cordell, when you were looking through there is a barrel of water in the very nice tent. It's like a personal reservation.
I'm gonna say, if you want, there's a barrel of water in that big tent right there. If you want to top up.
Good idea. So I'm gonna top up water. Are there any other waters? I'm gonna start looking through the tents. Are there spare water skins?
There are spare water skins, but it seems like almost all of them are near empty.
I also
Fine.
will say water is not much of an issue. We can find even a muddied puddle of water, and I can take care of it.
Cleric.
Okay.
Yes, I can cast Purify Food and Drink as a ritual.
As a ritual.
Yes.
Okay.
So instead of burning a spell slot, I can go, cool, 10 minutes, and I purify it.
Okay. So, and we're not like in a desert or something.
No,
So finding enough water is not a problem? Question mark.
No. There
Okay.
are plenty of rivers around the area that you guys can pretty much reach to every once in a while. There's also natural springs here and there, just natural wells as well. Water, for the most part on this continent, is not an issue.
Okay.
And if worse comes to worse, we can purify urine.
Yeah.
As soon as
This is
that
desperate.
mention, I'm gonna swipe 2 spare water skins and fill them up.
Okay.
While I'm
I
thinking about
remember-
it, I'm
I
gonna
don't know if you
ritually
guys have
cast
seen
Detect
Puffy
Magic.
Forest, but he made a short where they had no water and no food for the people, so what they ended up doing is they ended up pissing all in a bucket of water. And they had a cleric, so they purified food and drink,
Mm-hmm.
and they had to give it to the starving villagers that were dehydrated, and the whole party was just like, they're drinking our piss right now, but it's purified water.
Oh
No,
man.
That
So
would be disconcerting all the same.
it would
Yeah.
be.
That's why in the video he even goes like, we all were like so awkward about it, even though we all knew it was perfectly okay because of the spell, but we all still felt very weird that that is our piss. That
Yep.
they are now drinking as fresh
Yeah.
water.
Like, the spell makes it morally and ethically okay, just creepy AF.
Yeah.
So
But
while the
anyway.
is like getting more water skins and people are loading the barrels onto the cart and the crates onto the cart, I'm gonna ritually cast detect magic,
Okay.
and I'm going to do a pass over and walk around this whole camp and see if there's anything magical.
You get a ping off of the tent, the main tent.
Okay, I'm gonna make my
There's
way.
just a small. Let me double check to make sure this thing doesn't have a class of magic. I don't think it does.
Most things have a school of magic.
It does not.
Doesn't have a school?
It does not contain a school, technically.
Okay, so I'm gonna gather whatever it is. Like, what is it?
You go into the tent, and upon first sight, you see that it's on the desk itself specifically. But when you go to the desk, it's not there. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me. I'll say with advantage, since you very clearly can see what this is.
I was gonna say, hey, that's one.
There you go. Yeah. And as you follow the trail of this magic sense, you open one of the drawers, and you see that there's nothing inside. But instantaneously, you're like, well, clearly it's a false bottom. As you kind of open it up, and you see a small stone with a smooth carving of some sort of face on it. And this is the clear sign of it.
Do I have any idea what this might be?
Make an Arcana check for me.
Not bad.
16. There is a moment of recognition, and as you're holding on to it as well, you get the idea that this is part of a pairing of items. So perhaps this is connected to something else. Maybe you need something else to make it work. But at least for now, you get the idea that this is not a singular pairing.
It's a sending stone, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna bring it out and show it to everyone.
I can cast Identify on if you want. It'll just take me 10 minutes.
Yes, please. Walk over to
Sibo
Sibo.
really takes it, then starts casting. It's 10 minutes. Anything you guys want to do in the meantime?
I'm gonna roll an investigation on the nice tent. I'm assuming it was the nice tent that had the water.
Mhm.
Yeah, while I'm there, I'm just gonna poke around, looking for anything either logistically useful or interesting or of relevance to the situation.
From that check, not really. Besides the artwork and the craftsmanship of the strange knickknack here and there, it doesn't seem like anything here is really meant as anything important or anything useful by any means. Seems like this very much was just whoever was here in the main tent made it very comfortable for themselves, and they really, for some reason, respected interior decorating.
They got good taste.
Yeah.
I would like to check on that bandit that is on top of the tent.
The dead one?
Yeah. Oh, he's dead. Oh,
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, I thought he was knocked out.
No, he's dead.
Oh, never mind. Then.
Even if he was knocked out, at this point, he would have bled out.
Well, that and then I searched all 4 bandits, so if he was alive
well,
then, I would have taken care of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
even
yeah,
that.
fair
So
point.
everything points to that bandit is effing dead.
Okay, fair point.
But the 10 minutes would come up, and Sibo would, in fact, kind of goes, well, it's incomplete, but this is a sending stone. Um, I'm not really sure what you can do with it.
Filthy
Can you
alliance bullshit.
can you? Is it like? Can you talk into it?
No, it lets you use the spell Ascending once a day, and that's pretty much it. It also it knows if no one has the other stone, so it won't waste it.
It goes stone to stone only, yeah. Well,
But you can use it if you want. I just don't know if anybody's on the other side.
we might as well hold on to it. I have a feeling maybe that lady has the other one.
Okay.
Let's see.
So if you want to put down Sending Stone, you have one half of a Sending Stone.
There's literally
Oh.
sending stones.
Yeah, Sending Stones. I think Sending Stone is some really powerful thing. I don't remember what it is, but I know it's a special
both-
powerful thing.
Uncommon wondrous items. Oh, this is a Acquisitions Incorporated.
Ah, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why that's okay. So
Oh, it's just to communicate with HQ in Acquisitions Incorporated. That's why.
yeah,
Okay. Why did they need to make? Okay.
right. Okay.
Supplementary D&D stuff.
Do I remove? There we go. Okay.
Anything else you guys would like to do in the meantime? As you have now stocked up the cart with one crate of separately packaged black powder with 3 barrels, divvied up the other crate, and have now discovered a summoning stone.
I don't really think there's much else this camp can offer us.
No. And I don't
Well
like.
then, should we go back, turn in, and get our payday? That's a long journey back.
Not quite yet. First off, we should get this cart out of here. Delana, if you would be so kind to help us with that.
I can do it if you want.
No,
Or
no,
you-
Sibo, it's okay.
You can, Sibo?
I can.
Sure.
Gonna try. Alright, Simo, what you got? Yeah. No. He does better than when he tried in the city. He makes it 40 feet this time.
You did
But-
also roll intelligence, technically.
Yes.
It's because he actually has a thing with an artificer.
It
He
was
can swap a
intended.
strength check for
Okay.
an intelligence check instead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
I think he
Okay.
does 5 times a day, I believe.
Oh.
It's an artificer thing, yes, but I know that's an artificer thing.
So it's literally the equivalent of work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, literally.
Okay,
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
But he keeps trying and trying, and you can see magic pulsing in his armor that's trying to help him, but he makes it only 40 feet this time.
Appreciate the effort, Sibo. I'll take it from here.
I did good, right? And
Yes,
his
you did.
sweat's just beating down his face. So as you pull the card out, getting it a good distance off.
Okay. So, after Delana and him get that out of the camp and, like, off the map here, I am going to go over to the 2 remaining barrels, one of them which was already kind of busted open a little bit.
Mhm.
And I'm going to kind of let it pour open onto the ground a little bit there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also going to bust open the other one.
Okay.
and
Okay,
let
can I
that
see where
pour
this is
into the
going?
pile there. And I'm going to make a nice little line where I've made this
Yeah.
black line at. And when we get outside, I'm going to go in a good ways away. I'm talking like 100 feet away at least. Bare minimum. I'm going to say, Sivo, would you like to do the honors?
Oh, sure. And you watch as he kind of just walks right up to the pile of black powder, or
No,
to
no,
the
no.
trail.
From range, if you can. I know you have that capability.
Oh, but I thought this would be more fun. Okay. Takes like 20 steps back.
A little farther.
25,
A little farther.
30,
A little farther.
35.
Whatever.
And he casts Firebolt right on the trail as you watch it immediately ignite. And just a crackle and a sizzle as it trails all across. In about 5 or so seconds later of it traveling that distance, that booming, echoing sound as you feel the shockwave impact you all within a moment. And you see splintering wood and the tent just go flying everywhere. And you just see Zebo's just eyes just glint over with pure awe and happiness.
Okay.
Let's do that again. We have
No.
4 more, right?
No. We just couldn't take those, and I would rather them not be left for the bandits to use.
But we're gonna do that again, right?
No. No. These we need to save.
Well, it depends. What if we run across that woman again? I mean, you said she's been really taking you off. Probably best to remedy that by blowing her up.
Maybe. I've cooled down a little bit now. Okay. What are our next plans then?
Let's go get paid.
Anyone else?
I wouldn't mind getting paid too. I also wouldn't mind blowing up another one of the barrels.
We're aware.
Spell is.
Well, as it stands, we have no leads on that woman except for that stone you have in your pocket. That's the only real lead we have.
Well, you have a partial one that you know for a fact she, for some reason, gets all her memorabilia from Narzigian.
Yes. She also... Okay, hold on. Since I don't trust in myself to pronounce that word, can I just say Empire?
Yeah, you can just say Empire.
Okay, thank you. And she's got very fine tastes from the Empire.
Why does Speak with Dead have to be a 3rd level spell?
I don't know. It so shouldn't be.
It seems like a 1st, maybe 2nd level spell.
Yeah, maybe 2nd level pushing it, but yeah, that should not be a 3rd level.
Don't you get like 3 questions with a dead person?
I think it's 5.
5.
It's 5, and what's even worse is they don't have to answer it. If they look at you and they look at you like an enemy, they just don't need to answer.
Yeah. So that's the worst part about it. Is if they had to answer truthfully, okay, maybe 3rd level, but since they can lie to you or just not reply on a 3rd level spell,
it's such a waste. Yeah, like you have to trick an already dead spirit. Like, why?
So that kind of seems like you'd have to cast Speak with Dead and what's it called, Zone of Truth.
Yeah, kinda.
Just to get a straight answer.
Kinda.
Or make yourself look like one of the allies and try to talk around it.
Again, like you have to trick an already dead spirit. That kind of feels like it's going overboard for a 3rd level spell.
Yeah, or try to persuade it, and it's just like.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was looking that up because I was like, oh, I want to talk to one of these bodies and see if we can find out where the fuck she's at.
It's so late. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. Are there any other tracks leading out and around? Because like we know we saw the kobold go up here and stuff like that. Like, does that just like kind of fall off to the cliff, or is there like another path up there somewhere?
It does actually just fall off, so you get the idea that this kobold just slid down and just fucking ran.
Can I look around and see if we find any other like foot traffic in the area outside of the path we took?
Go ahead and just make a travel check.
Fuck.
It's hard to tell because it seems like all the foot traffic comes and converges here, but trying to differentiate where they go and where they come from is just, it's just not happening.
Alright. Well, unless you have any other ideas, Delana. Or Cordal. Or Sibo.
Well, as you said that this stuff comes from the Empire, should we go to the Empire if we want to find this woman?
That seems quite a bit of a walk. We don't know if she's from there. We just know that she gets her memorabilia from there.
Then why don't we try the stone thing?
What would we say?
Hi, we just want to talk and meet with you. We have your stuff, I think.
All your people are dead.
Yeah, we could tell her that. Scare her.
I don't think this is a woman that really scares easily.
That won't work.
We could say that we know information about what they're smuggling. We could use that because I do have the papers.
Yes. But
Or do we not want to?
we don't know who she is, though. We do not know a name. So why would she care that we have the papers if there's no way to tie her specifically?
Have
Why
we
don't
left
we-
camp yet, by the way?
Hmm?
Have we left this camp yet?
You guys are about 200 feet out. That's actually what Bartholomew was about to say. He's going to say, why don't we talk about this on the way to our payday?
Did we finish looking at what's in the rest of the tents?
Yes.
Or a majority of the, yeah. Anything that
I'm
wasn't the main
also-
tent was just sleeping tents, except for the one documentation one, which unfortunately was
Okay.
vague documentation.
I'm thinking that just if we want a few extra bits of coin, we head back and actually take the tents and sell them.
So it probably wouldn't hurt to ask once we get back for our payday if they know anything of this tiefling woman.
Yeah. So let's head back. Then we'll quickly deconstruct the tents, plop them on the cart, and by the way, I found this. Pull out the 4 packs each with 10 coins, and divvy out 8 gold to each person.
Okay.
Okay.
Bartholomew, 8 gold. And Sibo, 8 gold. There you go.
Red pouch, 10 gold for item. Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, guess we'll start making our way back to
Yeah.
the town.
Yeah. Try to get
Ta-
maybe some more information, and unless
Takes
something
a
else
little-
obvious comes up.
It takes a little bit of time for you guys to collapse and recollect the tents that remain,
Remain.
as 3 of them were unfortunately pretty much utterly
Trashed.
obliterated in the impending explosion.
This is acceptable.
So you would come out with 6 normal tents and 1 large one if you want to also take down that one.
Oh, absolutely, we're taking that one.
And I don't know if you guys want to take any of the memorabilia in there.
I guess I'll put that in my inventory and put a note that that's in the cart.
Yeah.
So we have 6 normal tents.
And 1 large. Which I would just say would basically just count as 2 tents in 1, essentially.
Okay.
I don't think there are varying sizes in tents.
I don't think so either.
So I'll add 7 tents and that's fine.
That'll work.
Okay.
I would remember that one of them is large.
Yep. So now I'm trying to remember. These bandits had been attacking this town that we came from, right? And like ransacked pretty much all of it.
The last time they told you were weeks ago, but this time the reason why they finally sent out a notice was because they'd set up a bandit camp far closer than they ever had before. So you get the idea that they have always been a problem, but this time they were more scared because they were actually setting up camp nearby, which could only mean worse things. So it's one thing to be raided, it's another thing to be occupied. Okay. And it sounds like they were more scared of being occupied.
Okay.
Right.
How was the state of that town though? Like fairly poor?
Actually, no. They seemed like they were not exactly well off, but they looked like they were at least well enough that they weren't in a bad state.
Okay.
So whatever income they have or survivability, it seems like it worked for them.
Okay.
Not that you saw what they could possibly be surviving by.
Okay, so they weren't like poverty levels who then got raided into even deeper poverty levels.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what matters. Never mind that. That changes my plans. I don't feel so bad anymore.
So, where are you guys headed as you begin to make way? As Bartholomew keeps suggesting, let's go back to our payday.
Just blatantly ignoring it. Well, head back to the town originally. Okay. Let them know that the bandits have been taken care of. Both camps.
As a very quick interaction, the man who seemed to be the head of the town and the elderly woman would actually be the ones to greet you and be very thankful about it. And in fact, to the point that the man would actually hand over a coin pouch. And he even says, like, the agreed upon price of 450 gold.
Give him a nod and take the pouch. We appreciate that. And, our cart, is it still around and untouched?
Yeah, it's over there around the corner, still kept in dandy, except you seem to have picked up a spare.
Yes, we will be,
like to leave it to replace the one we've lost. And he points towards his own shattered cart.
Do they have any horses around?
They do not.
Oh, fuck. Yes, that was my intentions, to leave it here for you guys. We have no need of it.
I'm very grateful for you. We'll help you unpack the belongings. You seem to have collected quite a bit.
Yes,
from those bandits.
Be careful of those crates, please.
Yeah, keep any fire away from it, or anything that'll pierce it.
You see just strange eyes from all of them, kind of confused. All right.
and also, you wouldn't happen to know anything about a red... It's a red tiefling, right?
Yeah.
A red tiefling woman that's been running around with these bandits. Do you?
Well, no, that's not been running around them, but there was one that occasionally passes through with objects. I don't know if it would be the same red tiefling that you're thinking of, but...
Objects from the Empire?
Yeah. How'd you know?
I believe it is the same person we speak of.
Has there been a name mentioned in passing when she's been passing through here?
Oh, well, no, she always seems to pay us well to allow us passage without letting any authorities know of her passing. It's just a shady woman, not unnatural in these parts.
Do you know where she goes or comes from?
To the north, we warn her every time of the bandits, but she seems to not care in the slightest of them. Seems to be able to handle herself.
You can say that.
And where is she
Well,
normally coming from every time? Do you know?
She comes from the mountain path through Soraya.
Okay.
It's the only safe route you can go to the south of here, unless you want to travel through the wild infested edge to the north.
Well, I think it's clear where our next path will lead us.
Yeah.
If you're going to the Empire, I highly recommend visiting the town of Bill. It is the capital, and I hear it's quite lively this time of year.
Oh.
Alright.
If you run into that tiefling woman again, she may have been the root of your guys' problems. Keep that in mind.
How so, may I ask?
She is the leader of the bandits. She got away from us, but we did clear out both of her camps.
Make a persuasion check.
What persuasion?
Okay.
Yeah.
You see, like, a moment of disbelief in him. Kind of responding with, we'll be sure to be cautious if she passes by again. It's not often. It's very rare, but we kind of keep sight of a red tiefling.
She also has magical capabilities, some that will beguile some lesser minds.
Yeah,
I kind of give this little like smirk over to Delana.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Yeah, she can also shoot many projectiles at you. I just grab my shoulder and turn it.
I'll make sure to remember that. I'll just go help with the cart. And he starts walking away, kind of like I'm not continuing that conversation.
I'll kind of like throw my arm over Delana's shoulder, reaching up a little bit because
Taller, yeah.
she's a little bit taller than I am.
All right.
And then I will hand out 90 gold to everyone.
Nice.
I will say this is something that Bartholomew would bring up, just because I feel like he would remember this. And just goes, wasn't this, our share supposed to be paid out by the dude who hired us in the first place? So why are they handing this to us here?
Don't know.
That is a very good question.
I was thinking the same thing. But
Yeah.
now we can go back to him and see if he'll pay us the 450 gold also.
So what you're saying is going for payday number 2.
Sure.
Yes.
Good. Let's go. So you guys making your way back to Snowlight?
Just as a quick aside, I love how he first has to check in with like the moral compass of the group. Like, we're okay with this, right? Just as a player, I appreciate that.
Oh man. My thought process is, he's already screwing these people, so.
Yeah.
So, just heading your way back to Snowlight, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. So we will Well, let's get cleared that up first real quick, because I'm hoping it'll be very brief, since you guys are just planning going directly towards to him, right?
Yeah.
So, the day or so travel that it'll take to get over to there, and getting entrance past the full orc as prior. Oh yeah, no, this would be the first time Delano would be there. Yeah,
yes.
no, Delano
I
went to the inn
entered
the first
the
time.
city with them last time.
Yes,
Wait,
but you did
no,
not go.
no.
But you did not go in with them. You went to the inn.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
So Delano, are you joining them for this time, or are you gonna stay by the inn again?
I'm gonna be with them because I was actually a part of this job.
Okay.
Um.
So.
Actually,
Mhm.
now that I'm thinking about it, Delana, would you do me the favor of staying with the cart?
Yes.
This time around, that might be
Yeah.
smarter with
So
what
yeah,
we're carrying.
Because last time we had some pebbles planted on us.
Yeah.
Last time, the contents of the cart did not matter. The cart itself is what was important.
Yeah. So Delano is staying out again.
Sorry,
But as
guys.
you do look into the alleyway, you would watch as everybody, as they make a left turn into the alley, just vanish. And as you guys are to be getting past the orc as before, get past through the gold piece door, are led in by the half-orcan man with the two blades on his back, into the room where, as before, it is just the gentleman and his elven fellow beside him. As you do enter in, there is kind of a curious eye that comes from the fellow. It kind of looks and goes, well, I didn't expect to see you two, all of you, back so soon.
The issue has been dealt with, except for
Oh,
one little red string.
Oh, well, I more than trust you to complete the issue, but, did you not, stop by the village before returning here?
Why would we need to stop by the village?
Make sure they're okay.
And yes, they were okay. We got our cart and left.
Then I figure that that job is very well completed on both ends.
I'm gonna kind of nudge Bartholomew, because this is his wheelhouse.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, the thing was is that you offered us the payday, and we were just wondering if that, where was it? Kind of just looks at the guys, goes, I think you're more than aware of where it went if you returned back to the village. Well, I mean, of course, yeah, we know that, they gave us, the same amount that you promised us. We were wondering if, that was just a tip pay.
This whole time, I'm like pointedly staring at the back of Bartholomew's head as he's talking.
That just you see just a very sly grin kind of smirk on him. He goes, "Well, I like the initiative, and I like the balls that you carry on you. I'm pretty sure you're smart enough to figure out what exactly happened. Consider it a favor from me to you, a sign of faith. Good faith," and he looks directly at Ashana for that one.
I'm just gonna kind of, to the back of Bartholomew's head.
Well, if you're back for another job, I'm more than willing to see what I can come up for you. I'm running a little short for the time being.
Huh? Depends on the work, as I've always said.
A bit of investigation work. How's that sound for you? And you see the Alvin man kind of immediately give him like a hard eye, kind of like, wait, hold on, what?
Investigating what, per se? Or whom?
You see him gesture towards the elf, and He sighs heavily before he flips through a couple pages in a booklet that he has in his hand. Stops at one of the pages, kind of goes, investigation over a recent infestation of odd creatures in the area. The land of Borsland is not in common when it comes to strange creatures, but this is far more than that. It seems like these strange creatures themselves have become even stranger. Some have begun to grow abnormally large, some have begun to grow abnormally strong. Hostile, fruitless, and deadly. No one knows the source or the reason why. All they know is that it seems to grow far and far more stronger when you head towards the north.
So back up near where we were at, yes?
Possibly further, we are unable to confirm, but this is not a sole contract. This is something that has been spread out towards many different qualified folk. We are just one of many, and they wish to know if it is possible to find the source or at least find information on the answer. And he shuts his book.
When you say abnormalities in these creatures, what type of abnormalities?
As I have said, the common identification at the moment is increase in size and strength and ferocity.
Anything else? Any markings on the creatures?
That is the information that was shared with us. I don't believe we have received anything in the way of markings.
Could you reach out to your contacts?
We're not ones to ask the questions. If we are hired to do something, we will do it.
Well,
Anonymity and all that.
Anonymity is fine, but going in without all of the information is a death wish.
Well, that's where our job comes into play. They're asking us to find the information, so we'll find the information. And like I said, this is not any sole contract. This is being spread out towards multiple different organizations. Which means that if you find anybody else looking for the same intel, you may want to share amongst each other what you've discovered.
So I have reason to believe we have already run into some of these creatures.
Then this job is right up your alley. If you'd like to take it, of course. Consider it a side job. If you ever come up with any information, bring it right back up to me.
At a game, it's official, guys. We got a side quest.
Does this guy seem like he's being straightforward with me?
Make an insight check.
Fucking! I have a +6. God damn it! Roll higher.
You literally cannot roll above a 10 on anything you're actually good at. I don't think you've ever rolled above the 10 for anything you're actually proficient.
No! No, not at all.
It's really hard to tell. And you're starting to get the idea you understand why this elf is really annoyed dealing with this guy, because it's hard to tell whenever he's being a jackass or whenever he's being sincere. And this seems to be like one of those cases.
Yes. I'm also visibly annoyed too. Well. Yeah. We may have some business down in Bill also, but we could take this contract and work on it also.
Enjoy the sweet cakes. I hear they're actually very divine. The Alvin man just suddenly speaks up.
How much does this job pay?
Well, that depends entirely on the information that you bring. If it's essential, then you get essential pay. If it's anything meager, well, you get a meager pay. But that is to be decided upon the retrieval of the information.
And what does it stop you guys from just saying we brought fuck all, even though we brought a lot of information,
Because
and not paying us?
You'll retrieve us the information, we'll send it over to our employer, and they will send back the pay.
I'm gonna look over to Cordal and Sibo and Bartholomew. What do you guys think? Seems fishy to me.
All
I
of
don't
this
think-
seems fishy.
I don't think fishes are involved in this.
Son of a bitch. Out of game, son of a bitch.
Yeah, but this whole business seems very fishy to me, and I'm particularly interested in that book that elf has. 'Cause that elf seemed really passive aggressive to that book when they slammed it.
Passive aggressive to the book.
Yes,
I like
passive
it.
aggressive to the book.
Oh my god, okay.
Oh, I mean, if it's just something on the side, you know, we don't have to really focus on this or anything. We have already come across the things already. We just, if we ever feel like it, make an extra pocket change here and there.
And it might give us more information of what we're already chasing.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't hurt, you know? Just have an extra goal on the side.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking about it here. I'm gonna look to the sketchy man directly.
Mhm.
What do you know of the operations of the Crimson Roar in this area?
You immediately see an eye raise. And probably for the first time, you see him actually get, like, sat up proper and he leans against his hands. Goes, I didn't expect someone of such a straight nature to grow interest in the Crimson Roar.
Those of more straight and narrow nature have to know of the underbelly.
I suppose. But I also suppose it's only natural they at least to give you something to nibble on. Anything in particular you're asking about them?
Their operations in this vicinity. What do you know?
Nothing in the slightest. That's the point of the Crimson Roar now, isn't it?
Is he being truthful?
Make an insight check.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
There you go. There is a degree of truth to his words, but you do also get a sense that he is holding back. Like, he's not lying to you, but he's definitely not telling you the full truth.
This business arrangement of ours is to work. You need to not hold back information for ones that we need, or for things that we need. And the Crimson Roar pertain to the previous mission and this next one.
Well,
So,
from
what
my
are-
personal knowledge, the Crimson Roar has nothing to do with the prior arrangements. If you have discovered something of interest to involve the Crimson Roar together, in
well,
what we are currently dealing with, I would very much like to know.
well, your knowledge is wrong, and I'm gonna pull out my charcoal rubbing and just kind of slide it across the table.
You see him kind of take it, and he looks at it, very interested, and focuses on it. Guy goes, "What were they delivering?"
Some dark necromantic liquid.
Always the
destroyed
underbelly, the
all of
kills
it.
and the poison.
Oh, this is a lot more than poison.
It raised a dead body back from the dead.
You see the Album Man kind of give you a hard eye, kind of go like, "There is no potion that raises the dead. very difficult to achieve in a liquid form.
Oh,
Well,
I know.
maybe difficult, but not impossible.
It did not revive the person in question, but it did raise their body and animate it again.
You almost see just a level of anxiety just overtaking the elf, while the man himself seems to only be more and more interested by the moment.
So again, I will ask you, what all do you know of the Crimson Roar's operations in this area? Every detail.
Make a persuasion check.
I would say, even intimidation is all. It's all the fucking same at this point in time for me.
Yeah, it depends on how you want to take it. Yeah.
Fucking goddamn it, motherfucker!
We're
God.
back
I'm
to
kind of
reality.
curious. What is my
Back to
intimidation?
reality.
That would have been my intimidation. So I'm leaning more towards intimidation in that factor, but let you deal with it as you deal with it.
We're back to reality.
I mean,
You see
she
him,
is 5 foot nothing, but you know.
You see him kind of just take a deep breath, or exhaling, kind of goes. If you're willing to share more of your own discoveries, I'm willing to share more of mine.
I've just
As
shared.
for this one in particular, I can at the very least tell you that I do have some dealings with the Crimson Wars that are very little. They don't enjoy my style of righteous deal making.
Um, I pull out those papers that I got from that tent, and I lay them onto us. Like, what can you tell us about these?
You see the elf kind of just gestures his hand, kind of like, can I look at them?
Mhm.
He takes them real quick, and immediately you see him kind of like dumbfounded at the scripture. He goes, I don't know what this is at all. And you see the man just kind of like snatch it out of his hand and goes, common, thieves can't.
Mhm.
I'll need time to see what I can do with this. But, and he looks through a couple of the pages very briefly. You're not going to find much of anything in this. However, and you do see him actually kind of just like feel the paper itself before he slides it over to you. He goes, it's new. It means those aren't the originals. Someone has the more detailed copies.
So she did beat us to the count. What can you tell us about a red tiefling that had dealings with the bandits that we were sent to disperse?
I personally have met quite a few red tieflings in my time, including blues and purples. One white, I'll take you. Oh, it was an interesting one. You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific.
This one had an affinity for magic. Does that ring any bells?
So do many of the others.
I'll do a full rundown description of her to him, and as much as my character can remember, even accent if I can.
You see him kind
Explain.
of just like pondering through, thinking of things here and there. You even see the elven man kind of like goes through his papers, kind of like now even he seems to be interested a little bit in the description that you're giving of her.
I'll mention the knickknacks and all that from the Empire. Her going through that town that we are at to the bandit camp constantly with Empire wares.
What is found with. Now, I've never heard of any bandit tiefling so akin with society. I'd very much like to meet this person, though I'm pretty sure when you meet her, I won't get the chance, will I?
Depends.
Unfortunately, no, I've never heard of such a tiefling, nor of any of association. But, and he does look over to the elf, who seems to have stopped on a page at this point, and kind of goes, if what you're saying is true, and she has these knickknacks and affiliations of sorts. It would seem that the only real places that you could find that cluster of artisan materials and objects are on the main line through Bill. So perhaps if you ask around the city, you said you're already heading that direction, you might be able to find more information there. We actually have a separate branch in there as well. They're not ours, but they connect information. We can send word that you're arriving and perhaps spend a little aid. And he shuts the book again.
Hmm. Well, I think that will be our next stop is heading over that way, trying to find this woman, and then possibly heading north to deal with whatever this other issue is.
You've all gotten yourself into right mix-up now, haven't you?
And whose fault is that?
I wouldn't know myself, now would I? And he just winks at you.
She really wants to cast command on him. Like, really wants to. Just to get him to grovel. She's starting to like that spell more and more and more.
Listen, Command's an amazing spell. It does very little, but that very little is just so nice.
Mm.
So, is that all you guys would like to do for the time being, as you've now acquired a side quest? And perhaps even a little bit of an aid heading towards the city of Bill. Or is there anything else you would like to ask?
No.
Do you know anywhere nearby where we can purchase horses?
Unfortunately not. Your best bet would be to go to Gallus, but from what I recall, they aren't very horse heavy when it comes to their operations, so they probably don't have many of their own. Only other option is probably in Bill. I've never been there myself, but I do hear that they do a lot of transportation work, which means quite possibly horses.
Okay. I think
Maybe you'll get lucky along the way and find a wild one here and there that isn't hostile.
Oh yes, that would be very entertaining. Is trying to watch Bartholomew here break a wild horse.
Indeed, it would be quite the show.
Well, off to Bill it is, I guess. Kind of give him a nod. Take back my charcoal rubbing.
He would regretfully slide it back.
Yep.
But before you go, I suppose it's best you know, the tavern you should head towards in Bill. So one that'll get you our connection. The Deserted Night.
Okay.
And just ask for a good time.
I'll leave that up to Bartholomew.
Okay.
And as I turn around, like to leave, I'm gonna turn back and go. Would you like to buy some black powder?
There is an immediate face of terror on the elf's face and elation on the gentleman's face, and he goes, "How much are we talking here?"
3 barrels and a crate.
The elf immediately puts his head in his hands, and you just see the gentleman just starting to do mental math immediately off the bat. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how good of a deal is he willing to give you here. Okay. And you're just saying a crate. You're not saying specifics.
I'll give him specifics how they're divvied
Okay.
up into 50 pouches.
Okay. $6,000 gold pieces, and we'll make it a deal. And he does not seem to hesitate in saying that large of a number.
Cordal is visibly shook at that number.
Okay. How about, let's see. 50, 50. How about 10,000?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, no. I want to say I've rolled 7 every single time almost.
I was gonna say, I think
7. There's a 14 there.
Yeah, there was a 14 past there, but I think for a majority of your persuasions, it has been an effing 7.
Yeah.
You see him kind of just grin at you and kind of goes, "This is not something to gamble with. 6,000 is a mighty fine deal that you'll find. That doesn't end up with you behind shackles."
Possibly, but I also know that it's also probably a better deal for you at 6,000. So,
How about 9,000?
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage, because she's already tried.
I know. I'm not even gonna try. I figured I'd try with my +5.
This is probably the first moment you've ever seen his eye twitch, and you see that, like, that vein you'd see in a character that gets annoyed. If you want me to cut you a better deal, I'll cut it to 7,500.
Deal.
Okay.
Alright. And
Just like, listen, if you really want that much money, like, just get the fuck out.
like, seriously, I had like that fucking 7 bullshit. Right now we have it on our cart, covered by tents, parked up in front of the alley.
You see him just snap his fingers, and about 5 seconds before the half-orc comes in, he goes, "Get Ulog to unload their cart of the barrels and crate of black powder. 3 in 1. Make sure to tell him to be gentle." You see a moment of hesitation in the half-orc's face, kind of just like realizing that he just said black powder before he goes off without saying another word.
Huh?
So, Delana.
I was waiting for this.
Yeah.
No one mentioned me.
Coming out of the alleyway where you saw your friends go in towards, stepping out is a half-orc, very well guarded and stacked, with 2 large blades on his back, and right behind him, stomping as it looms over at 8 feet tall, a full orc is right behind, and they are making it towards you directly. And they stop just short of your cart as they look up at you. Or, well, the orc is looking down at you, the half-orc's looking up at you.
So I'll mention that, like, as I'm sitting here, my weapon has been in my hand in my lap passively this entire time.
Oh, yeah, you've gotten so many people looking at you and the cart several times over before they realize you have a weapon drawn, and they're just like, nope, I'm just walking away. There was even one person who seemed like, is it worth it? No. Is it worth it? I don't want to lose my arm today. Just walks away. You see that the half-orc kind of looks up at you, kind of looks at the cart. Goes,
Greetings.
"You won with the black powder."
Why do you ask?
It's been sold.
Can I have one of my friends verify before anything else happens?
Make a persuasion check.
Get a roll, Nate. Oh.
There you go. Hey. You see a moment of annoyance in his face, kind of a like, God damn it, it's one of these people. And he turns around and he speaks to the orc behind him, seemingly an orc. So you don't know what he said, unless you speak orc out of nowhere. I don't think you do, though.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Elvish
just
and
making sure.
Draconic are my
Okay,
languages.
making sure. And you see a face of annoyance on the orc as well, before the half-orc himself starts making his way back. And kind of, like, as you guys are waiting, as you see the elf and the gentleman seem to be counting out coin now, separating it into pouches and putting them all together. The half-orc comes back and goes, "The guard on your cart wants to know about the situation. Wants one of you to go and confirm." Points at the party.
Siva, would you mind going with them?
Yeah, sure. I can go.
Yeah, just
I can make sure
let
everything turns out
Delana
okay.
let Delana know that I said it's okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And he walks off, and the half-orc, very visibly irritated, makes his way back.
It's even better because Siva's walking at like 20 feet around,
Mhm.
while he's
And
probably walking at like
and
40 to 50, like having to like stop and.
He's at 10 feet now again. 'Cause
Oh,
he's
God.
encumbered again. So he's at 10 feet around. So yeah, it's just a slow waddle, and you see your friend waddling out from the alleyway, and he kind of looks up you and goes, "It's okay. They already bought it off of us. We made some really good gold off of it."
So, legit.
He looks at
Alright.
the half-orc. Is the gold legit?
No,
The half-orc has face palm.
Like it was like legitimately sold and everything.
Oh, yeah. We talked about it, and we made a lot of good money. Made
Alright, cool.
7,500 gold pieces.
You don't need to say numbers out loud right now. That's fine.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd like to know how much you made.
I'll find out eventually. Okay, and with that, I get out of the way and let them unload it.
And very quickly and very easily, this orc just takes your stuff off, and the barrels and the crate that you designate him to carry out of the way, he immediately stacks all on in one trip, and just makes his way before they vanish back into the alleyway.
One trip. Atta man.
Yeah.
Yep. Make Mama proud. Oh.
As you guys in the basement there, after a little bit of while, after the half-orc arrives and he confirms the acquisition of the black powder, as one massive pouch gets slid across the table to you all. Bartholomew's going for it.
No. We'll smack his hand.
You beat me to it. I was gonna do the exact same.
Are you both going for it?
Yes.
I was gonna say, you can both roll, or one of you roll with advantage.
I'll give you advantage then.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, I'm just trying to smack Bartholomew away.
Ooh, wow, that's gonna hurt.
Wait, hold on. I want to roll again.
Yeah,
Alright.
go ahead and roll again. See how good of a slap this is.
Okay. I want to roll
Okay.
again just to see if I get the natural 20.
But it makes sense though, because the shot apparently was really slow in the draw.
Yeah.
So I think immediately kind of goes for it, kind of like, oh, I'll divvy that up. You just like slap his hand out of the way. And he kind of recoils in that moment. Who's actually grabbing it then?
Cordalis.
Okay, Cordell.
So I'm slapping his hand out of the
As
way
you-
as Cordell
as you
grabs
grab
it. Yep.
And since you guys were there to see him counted out, it is indeed 7,500 gold pieces.
Okay. I will say in Elvish to the other man.
Mhm.
Don't let him get into too much trouble.
He responds back in Elvish. You've already done that well enough.
Yeah.
You get the sense he's not saying that in a good way. He's saying that very much in "you just made my life hell" way.
He was going to do that anyway, though. We both know that.
Okay, so that'll be 1,500 for each of us.
Yes.
Yep.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, got you guys some spending money.
See, and the reason why I double checked with how that town looked is because if it was like a poverty level town that just got ransacked into more poverty level, I
We're
was
gonna
going to
leave
leave
with
the
them.
cart with them.
Yep.
Light powder and all.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is some spending money on you people.
Yes. Yes. And going to
Alright.
keep this as... I am going to try to, like, keep this as well hidden, like, inside my armor as I can. Like,
Okay.
some in my pouch, some in my armor, some in my shoes,
That's kind
Hell.
of funny.
some in my shield, you know?
You're that white woman that's like, all right, that'll be $250. You're like, all right, give me a second. Pulls off the boot, pulls out the dollar bill from there, pulls out the glove, pulls out the dollar bill from there, goes in their shirt, pulls out a couple dollar bills from there, goes in their hat, pulls out a couple bills from there.
Well, when she's got family members who are very good at sleight of hand and love to fuck with her by taking shit and then showing it to her later on, yeah, she knows a little bit about that.
So, after making a successful sale and irritating him enough to just make him raise the price to get you the hell off of his back.
Because I was doing the math on it, that came out to about 30 gold a pouch roughly. You know, I figured, 50 gold a pouch. That's where I got the 10,000 from. A little bit of math. I gotta love it. Okay.
And with your cart now properly stocked and everybody with one hell of a payday, as you make your way towards Bill on the main road, we'll pick back up there next week. You motherfuckers.
1,600 gold paydays. A pretty good day.
Woo! I
Yeah.
was totally expecting you guys to save that for some time, or maybe like sell it to like a blacksmith or something, get like a little bit of pocket change, but not like, hey, bulk purchase right now. You want it?
And we still got 10 pouches each.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes we
and
do.
you still got 10 pouches, yeah, which can do some nasty damage depending on how you use it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the emergency. Oh no, we need to blow a hole in the wall, maybe, or wooden wall. You know. It's not gonna
Oh
blow
my
a hole in
God.
stone or something, but
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. What I love most of all though is how different would that have gone if Bart and Siva were actually here. Oh, it's those kinds of moments that I hate you people for canceling. Why?
yeah.
Ugh,
Actually,
oh, well.
I think that it might have gone about how it did even with Bart around. Sibo maybe not, but
Yeah.
Bartholomew
There
would have been
could've
all
some
about selling it.
differences. Yeah. All right. That's
Yeah.
gonna be interesting to pick up to next week, though. Your trip to
Yeah.
Bill. See how this goes.
Yeah.
1,772 gold. Yeah.
God damn.
You know, it's really funny that you didn't take the gold yourself. You just let the rogue pick up 7,500 gold. I just thought that was really funny.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I was like, who's picking it up? And it was like, oh, Cordaldo's like, you let the rogue take the gold. Okay.
Yeah, because in this party, the rogue's the trustworthy one compared to.
Yeah.
That's kind of true. Compared to Bart and Sibo, is not that he's not trustworthy. It's just that he's got some issues.
Yeah.
Bart
Oh.
needs to buy a freaking bow or something.
Yeah, no, trust me. When I looked into his sheet, I'm just like, all right, what can he do? Nothing. Absolutely
guys.
nothing.
that's gonna be it for
Like,
stream
oh my
tonight.
God.
Thank you for coming out, and
Is he
we're
proficient
doing this
with
again next
bows?
week. Have a good one.
Short bow.